Right, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. My internet was playing interesting. First of all, the drill behind me shorts out and knocks all my electric out. So that shut down everything. Took me enough 6-7 minutes to get back online. Now the bloody internet is like lagging out on me, and I just had to close down the last stream because the internet was fucking up. I don't know if it was a YouTube or if it's my router. That drill could have caused a problem with the router. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of research on that later. Hand drills. So I can't see nothing on there, no writing or anything as yet. And I say it is kind of like dark in here. It's not as light as it normally is. And that silicone, I'll definitely check out if there's any of these on Amazon or eBay, or do a Google search on that. I'm not going to plug that in again because that's what shut the whole of my lights. Well, not my lights, but my whole computer and CCTV and TV and router and PC and everything shut down because it triggered the switch in the circuit box. Not to go back at, we'll have to go out there one night, reset it. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Not much. Well, it's been kind of a good day, finding all this stuff, but this afternoon's been a bit shitty because I've had to deal with stuff, fucking hateful trolls and stuff like that. I didn't expect that to short and knock all my electric out. So if I'm considering selling that actually, to see if it's worth anything and sell it, get a little bit of money on it. And I will put a warning saying like when I plugged it in, it triggered my circuit box and it's kind of like knocked out all my plug sockets. So it does need looking at. But I think this, this probably is run under probably some kind of like liquid oil. It's not gas. It's probably like petrol or gasoline or something. There is Primus. It says Primus. What number 832? So Primus 832, and it does actually have some text along there, but I can't read it. I can't find my magnifying glass to actually read it actually. So I will look at it. It's very small, fine writing there, but there is big writing there, but it's so kind of dull. It's got trademark PRI. Then there's like a logo, and then there's some more text there, but then there's very small fine text down the bottom. So this come from the garden next to the second PC I found. So it's got some stuff in there like probably spiderweb eggs or something, so I'm gonna have to get something and clear that out. So I don't want hundreds of spiders in here. So that's one thing I'm going to do in a minute, clear that out. But yeah, interesting little find actually. I'm pretty sure that's going to be worth something. The hand drill probably might be worth a few quid, and that electric drill has got to be worth something. I have seen people with old electric drills refurbishing them and getting them back as a working condition. Now, why that short out? I thought I was going to get electric shock actually, because it did, kick out a little spark. But I'm thinking there might just be something wrong with the cable. I could have a quick look at it. I'm not going to repair it to use, but I will. If I do decide to sell it, I'll let the person know that it actually did shut down my electric when I plugged it in. It could just be loose wire, which I'm going to check right now. No, it says it's from London anyway. All the cables seem to be okay. All in tight. Could be something in the cable, in the actual drill itself, or there could be a broken cable in the actual cable itself. But I won't plug it in again, no bloody way. It took me near enough 7 minutes to get back on the internet. Because when I turned the computer back on, it came back on, but it wouldn't take my password, so I had to reboot the system again. But I do like that. I did find that today as well, which is quite nice. Little dolphin. What you do, you just stick it on your desk like that. So that is a keeper. These ones, as I say, I don't like look. Hang on, I'm going to clear it out. I don't like the looks of that. Hang on a minute. Okay, it weren't like a spider web with hundreds of eggs in it. It's just like a little bit of dry wood shaves, I think, wrapped up in the little spider's web. Well, I've cleaned it out, I've put it in the bin, that shit, but I'm going to check this out, see if it's worth anything. It's a shame that I can't read the text on it. Something. I don't know. That's I think it's Primos, PRI. Then there's like a little logo. Then could be a MOS. It looks like Saint SA. I wonder if it's. No, Saint BA. I don't know where my magnifying glass is. If I knew where it was, I'd be able to check up on it properly. I did have it the other day, but I've gone and lost the damn thing again, as usual. Sometimes like a UV light. Right, it's got A/B, BA, N something. No, I can't read that. I don't know where my magnifying glasses are. I did saying if I knew where it was, I'd probably be able to read a bit more of it. But where that's gone. Oh, here it is. Right, let's have a look. Right, AB dash H. I think it's JORTH. H Jorth and Co. Sole marketers of the genuine Primus apparatus. Ally. Fab something. Original Primus. It's got a lot of writing on it, but I just can't make it out. It's just like some of it's kind of like worn away. But it's PRI, then like you got like a logo, then you got MUS Primus. So it's a Primus blowtorch. Hello, butt kisses. Hello, hide again. I just plugged in this, which I found today. It's a Selectia 4500, Selectia London, England. And as I pushed the power on, it shut all my fucking like electric off, didn't it? It blew me circuit board. You know, I had to go into the cupboard and flip the switch back up because it just shut everything down. So I'm not going to plug it in again. I'm going to have a little bit of research on that one and that one. And well, these they're still probably common, but I can't find no information on this one. I can't find no names or anything like that. No kind of markings on it. Nothing on the wood even that I can see. Old hand drill. So just think, years ago we used to be doing these to drill things. Then suddenly, some guy thought about making electric drills. And now look, we've got fucking things like this now. Even smaller. That is quite heavy actually. That's very heavy. I think my favourite find today, apart from the computers, was this dolphin. I do like this dolphin. Don't know where I'm going to put it. Can't put it in here because it's all fucking full of junk, but I'll find somewhere to put this. I might put this in the living room somewhere. I'm surprised that didn't get broken with that drill. And it's actually still got a drill head in it. So I need to take that drill bit out. You pulled the fucking printer down there. So I can actually undo this, I think, if it isn't rusted in, which I think it might be. Yeah, well rusted in. So I don't think I'm going to get this out. Yep. So that drill bit is well stuck in. I can't even get this out. Might have to use a bit of WD-40, which is in my bike in the back. So yeah, today wasn't too bad. 2 computers which I've got to test out. A little Dolphin, little old retro blowtorch, old retro drill, retro hand drill. Not bad, load of cables, which I've got to find a home for on a balcony somewhere. Been a very, very hot day again. A very, very hot day. £50 Dolphin. Well, this was actually chucked out. There was some other ornaments, but I didn't want to take them all in case I broke them. But this one I thought was kind of sturdy. It was in my backpack most of the time. I'm surprised that drill didn't break it or crack it, but it's in good nick. Let me just have a look. Oh, actually, it has got damage here on the top of the tail, fin up here. But I've seen these in America, £10.75 plus 25 postage. There is another one on eBay, but this one's actually on like a glass bowl, so that's not it. No, I won't get rid of that. I kind of like that actually. Let me see if I can find Primus blowtorch. Let's do retro. Well, I found one similar to it, but it's not exactly the same. My one's different to that one. That's £10 starting bid. There's a Primus number 632, which does look a bit like my one, and that's starting bid £9. So I'm thinking it might have been worth money, but doesn't look like it is, to be honest with you. I've seen similar ones, £15, $9.99. £3.75 starting bid. Another one similar to the one I've got, £17. Another one which is like brass, £34. Antique brass Primus number 851, blow lamp torch, Sweden, $34.99. So I think this might be brass. I'm not sure. I have to see if I have to try to get some brass cleaner. Actually, I don't know how you can clean brass without actually getting a brass cleaner. Right, let's have a look on retro. SEL. SELEC. IA 4500 electric drill. I like one. There's a Black & Decker one. Nope, not one on eBay. SEL ECIA. Yeah, that's that spell. Let's do a Google search. Images. Now, all the ones I've seen is like, you know, modern day kind of like drills. $4,500 SEL. Oh, hang on. SCI. 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 I think it's SCI. ECIA. Still none on Google, I can find. No, ain't on Google, ain't on eBay. So it must be very rare to find, you know, to look for one. It's SEI. It's SEI ECIA. Not finding nothing on Google or on eBay at the moment on it. No, nothing. So it's got like, I'm not sure if it's an I or an L. And if I put L instead of I, it's still not coming up with nothing. Yeah, we don't have that here. Gracio. Hello, Alan. So, as Alan didn't see what I found today, not milk detecting or magnet fishing, out on the scavenge, an old blowtorch. Guys actually found these out as I was picking up a desktop PC, which I thought was his, and they said no, it could have been someone else in the house. There's many people living there, or it could have been next door neighbours. The computer was actually on a pathway, on the main pathway. The other one was this one, and an old retro drill. And I plugged this in, and it shut down my electric. It blew. It actually triggered off my circuit board in the cupboard in the hallway. It actually shut down all the sockets. No, shut down my computer, my TV, my DVR, everything that runs under a socket shut down. I've even not checked out my fridge yet to make sure that's still turned on. All these were being chucked out. He threw a load of like electrical cable out as well. I'm thinking of nipping over there again tomorrow to see if there's any more, because I'm pretty sure they might be chucking some more stuff out. And it was old retro stuff like this. I'm definitely going to get it, because this, I can't find nothing on here on eBay or on Amazon, not Amazon, Google. Can't open that. That's probably rusted. Got to get some WD-40 to open it up so I can get that fucking drill bit out. But I think that's what chipped my little dolphin. Or they might have threw it away because it had a chip. But a nice little dolphin I found. Not in the same place, completely different area. And yeah, next Friday should be okay, hopefully. Fucking, this is video number 3. Today's scavenger hunt. What did I find? Then part 2. Then fucking part 2 I end because my internet was fucking up, unless it's YouTube. Now part 2B, part 3. And I just had to like clear whatever was in there. It looked like, it really looked like a spider web with hundreds of eggs in it. So I just like went into the kitchen, I dug it out, and it's just like, to be honest with you, it looked like dry bits of wood chippings, you know, which have been probably like, you know, somewhere blown into it, and it was on a spider web, a little spider web in there. I've still got to upload my video from today as well yet. That should actually finish compressed. Well, I'm pretty sure it has. Right, I've got to install some updates in my stream ends then, sorry, but I need to it says silent install. Oh, fuck you, close it. No way about it. Too soft. Cancel. So yeah, you know, interesting day. 2 PCs. Don't know if they work or not, because when I got home, they just, like, my bike kind of like tipped over. One fell on the hard floor outside, and the second one, which I brought back later, slipped off again, but on the inside, you know, on the carpeting. I don't think they would have caused any damage, but you know, I'm not going to check them tonight. I'll check them tomorrow. No, it's 11:15 now. I don't fancy like turning on computers. Yeah, these don't pop now. They just like, when you put something in and it trips, it just like shuts off that circuit. And lucky enough, when the electrician came around the other day, he put a backup circuit on there as well, like a backup tripper. So if, you know, it doesn't like cause any serious damage or anything. It wasn't done properly. He done a bit of a bodge on it, because he said if they was going to like put a complete new box in, it would cost like, you know, money. And I don't think my landlord would have probably wanted to spend money on getting a new circuit board. Well, circuit junction box, I should say. Found a load of DVDs over the last couple of days, man. Loads of DVDs. So I'm actually missing the part of my pliers. Where's that fucking gone? I lost one of the handles of this. The other one's loose as fuck as well. I don't know where the other part's gone. Not that I really use it anyway, because I do have to carry tools around with me, especially like an adjustable spanner. My left pedal keeps squeaking like fuck, or not squeaking, but clicking. So I had to carry WD-40 with me. Still not taking that out. I've got another one of these light reflectors. But I've lost the oh no, yeah. Lost the other bit for it. So I don't know where that is. that I took off a bike which was like left in the open with no fucking, well, there's one wheel on it, no seat, brakes have been taken off, the mud guard's been taken off. So I thought, well, and it's right next to a bin over at Pollard's Hill, so I thought, you know what, fuck it, let's take those off. I might be able to salvage them. Got myself a little puncher outfit. Yeah, but you know, I'm surprised they threw stuff like that away because, like, you know, that is old retro stuff, and I thought that would have been worth something. But the one I've seen similar to this, people are asking around about 12, 14 quid for it, but they are, you know, like bids, and I do believe this is brass. Just needs cleaning up. Remember that? You know, you used to like have to pump that. You know, to just get the wick burning. I think there's a wick in it. Some kind of wick in it, I suppose, because like you got that where you pour the fuel in. Can't see or hear anything in there. So I used to like fill it up in there, then put the bolt thing back on. Then I open that up. I'm supposed to like let the fluid, well, I don't know what that bit's for, but then I used to like keep doing that to actually suck up the actual petrol or gasoline or whatever it was. As soon as it started coming through, they lit it, and I think that might just be the actual bit where it controls how much fluid goes. I don't know. Never used one. I think my dad used to have one when he was a young lad. Right, so let me just go and take these in the living room. Oh, my bloody knees are killing me, man. I've got a bag for the cables. I've got to sort out yet. Electrical cables, wiring, all that kind of crap, which I've got off that same guy who was throwing these tools away. But yeah, you're right about and let me just take this in the kitchen. I don't want this in here, to be honest with you. I've got nowhere really for it to be. Could do another cup of coffee actually, which I might do in a minute. Yeah, I wouldn't have found the second computer if I hadn't gone back and got that car battery. Because when I found the first computer, I knocked on the door and no one was there, and you could see it was being thrown away. It had a keyboard and mouse. I didn't bring the keyboard and mouse with me. I cut the cable so I could use that to bind the actual PC on top of the, at the back of the bike. And I've done the best I could, but it still kept sliding. A couple of times it nearly just came away with the cabling. In the bungee cords I've got, it came off nearly twice, so I had to rearrange it all and have it kind of in the box at an angle. I managed to get it home, but when I was doing it, the lady cut the doors up. She goes, "Do you take batteries?" I said, "What kind of? You talking about car battery?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "I don't normally, but I might start taking them. So if you want to leave there, I'll come back for it today or tomorrow." She goes, "Right, I'll leave it around near the bin." So after coming back with the first computer, which was a pain in the goddamn arse, I went back out and went back to try to find the house, which I nearly didn't find, but I did eventually find it. Picked up the battery, and I just carried on riding around, and I've just practically got lost. And lucky I got lost, because then if I hadn't got lost, I wouldn't have found the second PC, and I wouldn't have found those tools. So, not a bad day, really, to be honest with you. I don't want to keep bringing computers home now, because I had 7 given me to the guy up the road. I found 2 down the road. 1 was given to me from the neighbour across the road. So that's 10 computers I bought home, plus another 2, 12. Out of the 10 which I've got previously, I've got 4 working. The 2 I've got up today, I don't know work or not. I've got to test them out. One of them, the big tower one, has Windows Vista on it, but the smaller, and they both Dell computers actually. The smaller Dell one's got Windows XP on it. So what I'm going to do, if they work, I'm going to see what memory's in there, what processor, what type of hard drive, and I'm going to take Vista off and put Windows 8 on, and I'll even take Windows XP off and put Windows 8 on that one as well, I think. What I'm going to do with the computers once I've sorted them out, I've got them up and running, fuck knows. So I'll probably give one to my daughter, one to my niece if she wants one, one to my little grandson if he wants one. 2 I'll keep because they're more of a better spec than the other ones are. A couple of them's only got 2 gig memory, while the better one's got 4 gig. Windows 8. I think it's got a quad core processor in there. I'll put 2 SATA hard drives in it, so that will be a backup in case this one ever goes down. Then I'll have a backup of a backup, which has got IDE drives in with Windows 8 on it. So apart from this computer, I've got my 2 backup computers. I've got my laptops as well. I've got 2 other working computers. The other computers that was given to me, I've not got working yet. I'll probably just strip them out, take the motherboards out and processors. Make sure they work first. Then I'll get rid of the actual cases. Dump the cases. I'll keep the power supply, motherboards, any internal cards IDE, not IDE, graphic cards, TV cards, sound cards. I'll keep all that. And maybe later start listing them. I don't know yet. And then with the 2 I've got today, I might just strip them out for the motherboards, hard drives, processor, memory. and just get rid of the cases, and then sell the the motherboards and memory and all that, on eBay or something. But it won't be for a little while yet, because I've got to, sort out this bloody place before I start listing anything else on eBay. I need to sort stuff out. Even if I had 4 or 5 motherboards, I'd probably sell them as a job lot. So 4 working motherboards and hope to get 10-20 quid for them. Just see how it goes, I suppose. But it's been bloody hot today. Had to wear my gloves. Where they've gone, I don't know, but I had to wear a pair of gloves because the handlebars were really, really rubbing my hands. Actually, I just remembered I had some post and I put it in the box on the bike, so I need to go and check what that was. Plus, I did have another letter that's fallen out of my pocket. I think that's a bank statement. So where that's gone, I don't know. Probably fallen out on the main road somewhere. So someone's going to find out how much money I've got in the bank, which ain't fuck all, nothing. I think the letter must have fallen out of the back pocket. I ain't worried about it. It's only a bank statement, I think. It's not from the social, because they send me messages from the journal. Yeah, these are the cheap fucking hand grips I've got. I thought these were meant to be soft, not hard. I might have to return these. I thought they was going to be soft hand grips, like the material. This is like hard plastic. I don't like these. Might have to return these. So I suppose right, so that's how it goes, like that. And then you screw that up. Oh, that's fucking great, isn't it, eh? It's an Allen key screw thing, yeah? And I ain't giving you no Allen key. And also there's missing screw here. Alright, so they will be going back. So missing screw for 1. And 2, no Allen key. It's not in there. So yep, I'll be emailing him, requesting a return. And they can't reject a return. No, I probably have got a screw that might fit it, but it's not the point, And these don't even fit in. Look, unless it's because I need to screw them up. But I can't screw them up because I've got no Allen key. No Allen key, missing screw. I can't remember where I got these from. I don't know. I've got them from eBay or through Amazon. I think it was eBay. I've even got a speedo meter coming as well, which was only £4. So, you know, I only had like £12 in my fucking bank account, but these are only like £2, and then the speedo was £4. That should be a Monday. Because the hand grips I've got on my bike at the moment are coming apart. They keep sliding off. But, you know, these ain't even complete. Was it Amazon? I don't think it was Amazon, because if it was Amazon, it would have come in an Amazon box. So it must have been eBay. Yeah, eBay. Otherwise, it would come up on my Amazon. Let's log in to my eBay. So, purchase. Right, so I'm gonna actually they were £3 5p. So I'm gonna contact the seller. Other. So I just put got my hand grips today, but there are parts missing. One screw is missing, and the screw Allen key is missing too. So can you forward these to me as soon as possible, or I may have to open the dispute for a refund or return at your cost for an exchange. But I was hoping there was going to be like soft ones, you know, like the nice soft kind of like material type. Because these, you know, when you're holding the bike, even with the old ones I've got on my bike, you know, my hands are like moving around and it's just rubbing my hand, and it's like made my hands sore. So yeah, like, and you see there's one screw missing there. They've got these screw things in here, and there's no Allen key for me to even screw them up. So let's see what they say. And being, what is it today? Friday? No, Wednesday. I'm glad you're saying Friday next week, yeah, because Wednesday I've got a Epoxy Job Centre telephone call at 11:30. So I want to check up on what I'm doing. Bastards. They should be leaving me alone. They said 18 months without, you know, being like contacted and, you know, reviewed. And what they've done, not even 6 months. fucking contacting me, the bastards. I probably have got Allen key what will fit that, but you know, what's the point in me sticking it on if there's a screw missing, and I might not have a screw to fit that. And if I do have a screw, it means like it's probably going to be a flathead or a Phillips screw, kind of like screw. We'll have to use a Phillips head or a flathead screw driver. Then I need one which is long enough. Now I don't know if those tip bits are going to actually slot in once I've screwed it up properly anyway. I know they're cheap, but you know, it's not the point. I found so many fans right outside. I've just been cutting the cable, and on some of them I've been taking the fans apart to bring the motors home. I saw one of the large ones today. I'm thinking now, if that's one of the small ones, I would have picked that up and I wouldn't have stripped it. You know, I would have hoped that it would have been working, because it's been so fucking hot in here. You know, I'm laying on the bed just with my boxer shorts on, you know, with the windows open. And I can't open the back window in case the cat gets in and like try to get out. She's tried to get out once before and got a fucking paw stuck. But, you know, I've got this one open all the time, which she doesn't go on to. But I could do with a fan, man. You know, I've got like a little fucking handheld one, but I need a proper fan in here. I found a blow heater the other day which works. You know, so when the old cold weather starts coming, I've got myself a fan heater, which I found. I did test it and it works. Now this does blow sometimes cold air as well, but not enough to cool, you know, to cool you down. Now I'm trying to find another one like this. This one doesn't work anymore, so that's the kind of one I'm looking for. And I hope after I plug this in, it doesn't blow my fucking sockets again. You know, like when I turn it on, nothing. And it ain't the fuse or nothing. So I'm trying to keep an eye out for a small blow fan like this. If I find one, I'm going to bring it home instead of like stripping it in. Because I've actually found 4 or 5 of these, and it's just not kind of like got in my pee-wee little brain saying, "Hey Steve, you know, take it home, you know, see if it works." Because you know, you need one for the hot weather. I thought, you know, I even found this like little flashlight in there. It said like mini magnite. I thought I found a magnite. When I opened it, this was over at Pollard's Hill. It was like that, and you saw that logo, but I didn't think of actually checking it. And it's just like Worth. It's not an actual magnite, it's Worth. And I put batteries in it, but it's not working. So it could be a bulb issue. Oh, it is working now. I think. Well, it's got light, a little light on it. That is working now. Works now. Oh well, I've got another flashlight. I would like to get one of those like magnites though. They're pretty cool, you know. I've seen Aquachitter, the ones he used, that he gets sponsored, and they are really bright. Oh, here's another light ornament I found not long ago. Nice little Chinese or Japanese, Korean, kind of like dancing woman. I think it's just plastic. No, I find some really nice, interesting things sometimes. I just don't know why people chuck them away. And here's another thing I found the other day. Nice little ornaments. It's got like a little strap thing out, so you put it on your table, like so. Now, I've been finding a few weird things actually, like mystical, I suppose. Oriental, religious. I even found another fucking Bible, man. No. Right, there's a few pages dog-end yet, but there's always a saying, right? Find books, check them. Sometimes people put money in between the actual pages. And where I found a load of DVDs over Pollard Hill, there was about 4 or 5 Stephen King books, yeah? And I actually bought 3 of them home. Now, I'm not a reader, but, it's always nice to have something in your house from a famous author. I even found, which was fucking crazy, I didn't know they even done the DVD, which I will go and get. And I've actually spoken about it on my other channel. I actually found a little Game Boy as well the other day. One of the old Game Boys. I can't remember what I've done with it, but I know I found it and I put it somewhere. I thought there was going to actually be a game in this one as well, but there's no game. But it's the brain training one. My brain wouldn't fucking function with this anyway. So these are the books I found. Patricia Cornwell, the new Scarpetta novel, Trace, Forget the Pretenders, Cornwell Reigns, that one. She's the author. Now, I've not looked in there to see if there's any money or anything like that. It's got a little bit of water damage on the corners down here, but not too bad. Stephen King, Rose Madder. Again, water damage down here. A lot of water damage. Oh, what's this? Check that out in a minute. See what I mean? There's things in there which you don't even know. No, I don't think it really affects the book. Apart from it smells like it's come from a smoker's house though. So what's this? Oh, it's an actual list of DVDs. Good Morning Vietnam, 101 Dalmatians, A Few Good Men, A Night to Remember, Perfect Words, Against All Odds, Air America. It gives you a list of DVDs, 3 pages of the DVDs they probably owned. The last one. Oh, it says here, films to buy, right? These are the films I wanted to buy. Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts. Grease, John Travolta. Contendants or I don't know what it says, that one. The other one is Abyss. Slater Acts 1. Oh, Sister Acts 1 and Sister Acts 2. Braveheart, Mel Gibson. Dragonheart, Sean Connery. My Left Foot. Andrew something. And then The Man in the Iron Mask. Leonardo DiCaprio. So that's the ones I wanted, but there's like all these they had. What ones did I find? There's probably loads here which I found. Might not be. They might have taken them out, and this might be their new list. They had Lethal Weapon 1, 2, and 3. I'd love to have found those. Ghost. Now, Ghost was there. I did find Ghost. You know, there's a lot of like, you know, those kind of movies which are more for females, which I didn't bother with. You know, they kind of like dip. Now, this one's got like damage here. And it's a lot more water leaked. So this one, being a fucking good movie as well, The Green Mile, look how much damage is there. So that will probably have to go in the bin. No, pages are stuck. Yeah, I'll have to throw that one away. This one has got a little bit of damage at the bottom, but not too bad. It's got a birthday 18 thingamajig in it. So whoever read these books did like Stephen King. But they smell like tobacco-y. I don't really want tobacco-y kind of books in here. Insomnia. That's that one. Stephen King, Insomnia. So this one's going in the bin anyway. Because it's just too damaged. These ones I might keep for a little while. I might throw them out again later. But there's one movie, right? There's one movie that I spoke about on my paranormal channel. And it's based on true offence. The guy at Rillington Place who killed the mother and the child, and also the unborn child. He accused the woman's husband of murdering them. He was actually arrested, taken to court, found guilty, and hung. While Mr. Dickweed, the one who done it all, got away with it. Mr. Christie, he got away with it, but eventually he did get caught. But he still denied any kind of like interference. Like he said that he never done anything. He still blamed the, you know, the guy who actually killed him. But it was only Christie's wife that actually came forward and said no, it was Christie himself. The guy who was, you know, arrested for his wife's murder, although he didn't do it, his name was actually later kind of like his name got cleared. But fuck me, man, when I saw this I thought, yes, I'm getting that, because that's one hell of a movie. And I probably might watch this tonight before I go to bed, I don't know. And this is a special edition version. Special features. Introduction for the DVD by Lord Attenborough. Features commentary by John Hurt. John Hurt. Exclusive interview with Lord and Lord Attenborough. Film graphics or graphites or something. Vintage lobby cards and fact files. Well, there ain't no cards or nothing in there, so they probably got thrown away separately. But that is one fucking wicked movie, man. If you haven't seen 10 Rillington Place, based on a real true life story here in London, you gotta watch that movie. Richard Attenborough, and Judy Geeson and John Hurt are the main actors. I think John Hurt is the actual the guy who got arrested and accused of his wife's murder. Judy Geeson is I think might be the woman who he kind of like gassed and killed. And I think Richard Attenborough might be the one who played Christie. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that is one hell of a movie you got to watch, yeah. Also today, I found 2 other DVDs. One, which doesn't really interest me, you know, it's Blu-ray. I don't have Blu-ray. Well, I've got a Blu-ray player, but all the cables knotted up and tangled, and I can't get the damn thing unloose unless I pull everything out. And if I pull everything out, that means I've got to like unplug all my DVR, and that's gonna, you know, screw up all the cameras again, which I can't be bothered. So, you know, unless someone actually throws away a nice Blu-ray DVD recorder or player, I'm going to be keeping an eye out for one of those. But I think my PC will play it anyway. I'm Ali. I'm not a boxing fan. I don't know why I picked it up, but it's Blu-ray. And this one is a 3D, still sealed, just like, you know, the sealing's a bit pulled out. All new extended edition, plus over 11 hours of special effects. The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies, 3D. That's a good find. I don't know how much this is to buy. Digital HD, Ultra Videolet. Watch it anywhere. So I suppose it's like something up. I like the actual 3D effect on it though. Look at that. Kind of cool. Yeah. The box has got like 3D kind of thing on it. It's Blu-ray. 1, 2, 3 discs. First one is movie part 2. So why did they do it that way? I put movie part 2 in front of like movie part 1. And guess what? I can't get the first movie out. Right, hang on. Got fingerprints all over it now. So movie part 1, movie part 2, the appendix part 11, the appendix part 12. This is extended edition. The Battle of Five Armies. So what happened to appendix part 1 to 11? Don't know. Alright, hang on. What's that? So I'm going to get these books out because they really stink of tobacco. So what one? I'm going to throw that one away, which is a shame because that's a fucking good movie. I'd love to have read the book, but I'm not a book reader, to be honest with you. A Hobbit can stay in here, and Rillington Place, and the rest can go back in the living room. And that list can go in the bin. Right, I'll just make the cup of coffee. Try to get that tobacco smell out of the way. I kind of thought the other day, right, I found some fucking gold. I really thought I found some gold the other day, and some like a diamond bracelet or something, but it's just like fucking cheap jewelry, really. I found that, you know, with different kind of like little bead, well, diamond things in, crystals, whatever. But when I saw this, you know, I thought, that's gold, isn't it? I thought I fucking found a gold chain or something, but it's not. There's no gold markings on it. It feels kind of heavy, but look, you know, gold doesn't stick to a magnet. Let's get that one. Look, gold does not stick to a magnet, man. That does. So does that. So I thought that might have been silver, but no. So it kind of like, fuck. Because if that was gold and it had some kind of hallmark, because I was trying to look for a hallmark, couldn't find them, but if that had a hallmark, that would have been down the shop and I would have like fucking got some money for it. If that was silver, then you know I wouldn't have got much on the silver, but gold, no. Depending on what carat that would have been, no. If it was, you know, it's definitely like a necklace, I suppose. It's missing the clasp. No, it ain't. It's got the clasp there. You just. Why do I make these so fucking awkward? So, like, you know, necklace. I thought, well, that's a fucking gold necklace, mate. You know, even 14 carat, that would have probably been worth, you know, maybe 100, 200 quid. 24 carat, that would have been, you know, 200 or 300 quid probably. I got fooled. No, this ain't silver stamp. No markings on it. It's just like cheap, fake jewelry. What's that word I'm trying to think of? What's that cheap, fake jewelry name? You know, what they call costume jewelry. That's what it is, costume jewelry. When I saw that, I thought that was really gold. I thought, fuck, here we go. Shove it straight in my pocket. I didn't want to even look at it until I got home. When I got home, I just threw it on the side. I even forgot about checking to see if it's gold or not. When I did check it, I was looking. Is that gold? Is that gold? Where's the fucking hallmark? Where's the hallmark? I couldn't find a hallmark, so I thought, that ain't gold. And I've got my magnet, you know, one of these small ones, which I've got on the fridge outside, and it just went like that, and I thought, no, gold doesn't stick to magnet, so that's not gold. Fuck. How disappointed I was. Oh, really disappointing. Because you never know what people might throw away, you know. You know, silver is cheap anyway, so I'm pretty sure they're going to throw a lot of silver stuff away. But gold, how kind of like often do you see someone throw gold away? Unless it's been like stolen from someone's house. I'll tell you what I did find the other day, but I never brought it home. In a shopping trolley, honestly, I swear on this year, I don't think it was on my video, but I don't even think I took the camera out with me actually that day. But I was just riding around, and inside, well, there's a shopping trolley, and inside the fucking shopping trolley was a safe that big, one of those dull tone, you know, digit kind. I picked it up, you know, kind of like rattled it. I heard something in it, but it could just have been a coin or something. I don't know, but I just left it. I didn't want to take any risk of bringing it home. You know, it could have been stolen. Could have like thousands of pounds of money in it, for I know. But I just, you know, it's got my fingerprints on it as well. I thought, fuck, I'd have to go back up there and like wipe my prints off, you know, because it has been stolen, you know, kind of thing. But I'm pretty sure, you know, if it's been sitting there for a little while, you know, other people would have like gone along and like, you know, handled it. So there's probably like hundreds of fingerprints. Someone might have even taken it as well that same day. No, my luck. You know, I was going to go back up the second day thinking, shit, should I go back? Wipe my fingerprints off? I thought, fuck it, you know. But, yeah, here's what I've... where all the DVDs, which I was digging out the other day, I did find a Game Boy. And it actually works. I just put batteries in. Here it did. It's got like 20 games on it. And not only that, there's one of these. I've actually got a load of these myself. These cartridges. And, you know, it's the R4. What version, I can't tell. It's got the card reader. It's actually got a 4 gig card in there. And it's actually got games on there as well. But I'm not really into the Game Boy. You know, I've actually got one of the wider version Game Boys. Game Boy Advance. I don't even play that. So these, you know, I might stick on eBay. You know, this is in very good condition as well. It's near mint condition. The only thing I don't like is the baggy thing that comes with it. Kind of really dirty. probably clean it, wash it, maybe, I don't know. But if I do decide to sell it, I like to stick this on eBay, but they actually stopped people selling these at one time. Although there are people selling them again now, for about £4 or £5. But at one time, eBay banned these being sold on eBay because people were knocking them out with like pirated games. And even if they weren't having games on them, eBay stopped having them on there being sold because it can actually lead to piracy. But there are people still selling these. I had a load of these. I bought a shitload from China. And I was selling them for, 10, 15 quid each. No problem. But now you can see these on eBay for about 3, 4, 5 quid, kind of thing. Oh, this one's version 1.4.3. And you can download the software, for the website. It's for the DS, NDS, XL, NDSN, NDSL, and NDS. So I've got one of the colour Game Boy Advance ones somewhere. And I've also got a game console similar to that, but it's like a knockoff kind of Game Boy, and it's got like 200 games on it, all built in. But it's surprising what people throw away nowadays, Why throw something like that away? I think that might be, I'm just wondering, that could be something to do with Italian. It's got some kind of inscription on that as well. Don't know what it says. Screenshot that and translate it for me. I want screenshot and translate, Ulrich. Nicole Is it Nicole Makis? Don't know what this one is. One going down that way. There was a guy around here who was in the paper, right? I thought it's lottery, but it wasn't. A guy spent 25 pence on a bet on Betfred, I think it was, and won £13 million. And he lives in this area. I thought, fuck me, man. How jammy can some people get, 13 million? £13 million on a £25, 25p bet, I think they said. It was in the actual papers. And I've got notification from the mobile, like, I don't know why my mobile does it, but it sends me notifications of like latest news. And it showed that the guy won 30 million. Fucking hell, I'd be happy with like £1,300 right now. $1 million would do me. Wouldn't be able to buy the two houses I want. If I want to buy a haunted house and a normal house, I'd probably want about 3 million. If I had the money to buy two houses, so especially a haunted house, I'd definitely do like investigations, like, let people come down. But I'd have like, proper CCTV and have security checking, making sure no one was like trying to like conjure up real dark energy, negative energies. So if they were, they'd be kicked out straight away. And they'd be named and shamed on social media. But yeah, look, Holy Bible. Nothing wrong with it apart from a couple of like dog ends, like where it's been kind of like bent down. It's actually got the bookmark. Well, it had like a normal bookmark on it, but it's actually on Chronicles, 2 Chronicles 26:16. No, I don't read the Bible, but I don't like to see a Bible being thrown away. This is the second Bible I found being thrown away, and I bought this home as well. So there was another Bible I found, but I can't remember what I've done with it. I think it's in the living room somewhere. But that will be given away to someone. Who? I don't know yet. But got to charge this up. So I might take that out with me again tomorrow. And did I do that screw? I've got to upload my video from Space World later. I haven't forgotten. I will do that later on. So I need to charge this up for tomorrow. See, before I do that, I need to put that back in and format the memory card. A couple of times I've taken this out and no fucking memory card because I forgot to take out the card reader. So I will quickly format that card now. So I've already copied it over to the PC. Oh, come off now, fucking thing. Format. Okay. I always format it twice. Make sure it formats properly. Right, that's formatted. I can just pull that out. Turn it off. Pull that out and stick that on charge now. So I'm going to go back where I found those old antique tools and see if he's putting more stuff out. You know, if there's another computer there, I'm not going to bring it home. Not unless it looks like a nice high spec one. But the two I bought home today, one had Windows Vista on, which was the full size tower kind of computer, which was bloody heavy. But the small one was even more heavier, and that had Windows XP on it by the looks of things. But I don't really want to bring any more computers. I really want laptops. If I can find laptops, I'll be happy with laptops. But computers, no. I found one the other day actually. It already had the hard drive and the memory and the CD-ROM pulled out of it, but it still had the motherboard, the processor, the processor fan, the power pack in it, and the other little fan. So I just took, I tried to take them out with my fucking screwdriver, but because the light had been turned on somehow, it actually flattened the battery. But luckily I had a normal Phillips screwdriver, so I was able to take the motherboard out, the processor, the power supply, and I just left the case there. Because the motherboards I can probably knock out for maybe 5-10 quid on eBay, postage extra. Just I've got a few things on, but no one's taking anything at the moment. It's just gone very quiet again. See, where people turn around and say, "Oh, I'm going to go ask you up because you're selling stuff on eBay." Well, one, as I said, like the Dole office knows I sell stuff on eBay. They keep an eye on what I do sell, yeah. And I ain't even fucking sold hardly anything over the last several months. I really want to find some laptops. I did find a laptop the other day where it's got a broken key on it. One of the keys are broken. I tried looking how much it is. You're talking about 10 quid just for one key on fucking eBay. Might as well just fucking take it apart and put a new keyboard in it. I think the actual keyboard itself, the actual keyboard, laptop keyboard, is only about 15 quid. The key I want, which is the ACK key, is like, the one I fucking saw for that particular make. I want like fucking 10 quid for it. And this is the one I found. That's the key. I've actually kind of super glue that in. But you can see it's like wobbly. Not like these ones, they're not wobbly. This one is. The battery holds the charge. Found this in a fucking cardboard box in a dumpster shed. It had Windows 7 on it, but I took it off and put Windows XP on. Now I've got it working on my Wi-Fi. No, I don't want to keep it. I want to sell it if I can. But I have seen similar ones of these on eBay. They're only going for about 20-30 quid. Put default password on 1234. Made an account admin. I tried putting my router password on here, and it just wouldn't take it. I don't know why. I realised the J on the password was a lowercase and not an uppercase, and I kept putting it up all the time, and it wouldn't accept it. I was really getting pissed off. I felt like smashing this damn laptop. Then I kind of thought, hang on, let me just see if that's an upper or lower. So I changed the J to the lowercase, and it fucking worked. But things people throw away, Now, I'll put system checkup on there, file system care, CC cleaner, Google Chrome. One of the software actually installed, Opera. It's got antivirus software on there. No, fucking laptop. The only thing with this though, right? When I found it, it was all Chinese. Even it had Chinese games on there. I tried to look on YouTube to put it from Chinese back to default English, which I was able to do, but it still had all these in Chinese. So I just thought, fuck it, and I've completely wiped Windows 7 off and put Windows 8 on. And would you believe it's actually Windows Pro, Windows 8 point. I think it's just Windows 8 point. Hang on. Let me have a look. I don't know, it's Windows 8 or 8.1. Got a webcam. This is the one I tested out the other day, and the webcam was kind of grimy, I think. So it's got Windows 8.1 Pro N on it, yeah. It's an AMD Supremo S142 2.10 gigahertz. It's got 3 gig of memory in it, yeah. 32-bit operating systems, 64-based processor. Pen and touch, no pen or touch import is available on this display. And it says work group, yeah. Let's download the update on that. But I can't really go back there because I found I think it was a tripod there or something in this bag. I've not checked what it was. And as I was, I had to go back past that way. And as I went past there's 2 women standing there. And I don't know if it was talking about me going in there or what, but I kind of have to stay away there for a little bit because maybe they was getting a bit dubious on what I was doing. I ain't fucking paying for a new version. Piss off. But yeah, the battery holds okay. It's got microphone thing. If I turn it on and speak, like if I ask it to find something, it'll find it. But man, you know, why throw a total AV? It's got total antivirus installed on it. But why throw a laptop away like this, man? That's what I hate. You know, good piece of, you know, all right, it had a broken key. So what? You know, as I say, you can probably get a replacement key for it, yeah? Or even a complete, you know, new keyboard. I bet they threw it away because it had a broken key. I wouldn't put it surprised. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they've done. All right, it's got a slower processor on, but look, you know, it's coming up all right. You know, got so the webcam isn't brilliant on it. Maybe that's another reason why they probably threw it away because of the webcam. But I'm thinking they threw it away because it had a broken key, and I didn't even realise it was broken. Right, I didn't even know the key was there. You know, it must have been slipped down in between two of the other keys, maybe. Because when I found it, I thought, oh shit, it's got a missing key. So I thought, well, I'll look around on eBay. But when I was looking through my bag, I actually found it. I thought, well, you know, why throw it away? All I got to do is what I've done is fucking super glue the thing on. You know, it's not on properly, but you know, I'm pretty sure you can get a new key for it with the, you know, because you can just buy the key, or you can buy the key and the, you know, the clip-on bit, which is a little bit more expensive, and that's what you probably would need. This one's a bit funny as well, I think, but you know, it's the @ key, right, which people use for you know, for the email, right? But if you push hard enough, well, you don't now. No, you won't do it. But I thought there might have been another key that does it. No. No, the @ key's completely knackered now. So it does need a new @ key. Which is weird because it's doing the actual explanation, but it's not. Oh, there we go. It worked that time. Yeah, key did work then. So I reckon that's probably why they threw it away, because the @ key was broken. And the webcam isn't that brilliant, I suppose. I don't know. But, you know, this is what I can't understand what I'm trying to say, right, is that people throwing this stuff away, you know, it'd probably end up in a fucking, like, landfill. And if it goes in the landfill, this is going to take, like, 50 to 100 years before it even, like, decays. You know, you got the battery, which it causes damage to the ground anyway. The glass, you know, that gets broken. You know, animals can dig into it and fucking cut themselves and injure themselves. No, it's got different. Every circuit board has got like toxic metals in it as well. No, I have got this up for 45 quid, but not one sniff on it. Oh, what's happening here? Computer lagged out for some reason. Shut down. But the battery, you know, is holding the power. I'll put it up for 45, not one sniff on it. No one interested. No, I've put about, you know, the key being faulty. I'll put it as like spares repairs. But no one's interested. Now, if I put my Levino up for 45 quid, someone definitely take that because that's a fucking £300 laptop. And they still sell at £300. Over here, like, you know, you got some like old scrap. Well, it's like, what's it called? It's like a scrap yard, you know, like a tip where they have like 10, 15 skips, and you throw like electronics in one skip, you know, bikes in another skip, cookers, you know, fridge freezers and that kind of stuff in another skip, clothes in another skip, you know, like iron in another skip, steel in another skip, aluminium in another skip, you know, copper in another skip, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't know where they are. I think there's one not far from me actually in Mitcham, because I was riding down there on that same day I bought the bike, and the fucking security called me over. He goes, "Oh, you can't be going down there." I said, "Is this like a tip, a scrapyard?" He goes, "Well, yeah." I said, "Like, what if I want to bring some stuff down? Do I have to get permission?" He goes, "Well, you have to become a member to like throw your scrap away." And would you believe you have to pay to throw your scrap away in that section, in that tip? I said, "Well, what if I'm like come down, you know, I'm a member, I'll come down and throw some stuff away, and there's something there that, you know, attracts my attention and I want it. Am I allowed to take it?" He goes, "Well, no, not really, but you speak to Martin, you know, the grounds like supervisor, then maybe he might allow you to." So I'm thinking, well, fuck that, mate, you know. No, I ain't paying to scrap something. No way. So that computer, that laptop could have been picked up, put in a dust cart. Dust cart could have taken it to a landfill, and that could have been covered in the landfill. It could have actually been in the landfill today, or the day I picked up, which was last week. You know, so where people can turn around and say, "Oh, look at that scavenger git," you know, going around stealing stuff out of people's gardens without permission. You're not stealing, because if it's being thrown away, it's there to be taken either by someone like me, or, you know, other people who do scrapping, or, you know, the dustman. Now, would you rather someone like us take it and try to use it ourselves, or give it a good home, you know, pass it on or sell it on to someone? Or would you like to see it in a fucking landfill polluting our earth even more? You know, because that's what's happening. You know, a lot of this stuff is supposed to be being recycled, but it isn't. You know, that we don't have that many recycling plants in the UK. I think we've probably got about a dozen or two, but you know, that's in the whole UK. You know, there's so many plastic bottles and carrier bags and bin liners and, you know, shopping bags and shit like that. So that's still being like thrown in to landfills, and that takes fucking decades to, like, you know, disintegrate. So, you know, and that's got plastic on. That's more heavier than a plastic bag. So that's going to take even longer for it to like disintegrate. You know, that's what pissed me off when people say, "Oh, look at him scavenging." I mean, even when people like look at you, you know, like some people are okay. Like I'm going to be honest with you. Some people look at you and thinking, "Oh, look at him going through the bins," you know, dirty sod. But some people are happy for you to go through the bin, because then they know that, you know, it's not going to go in the landfill. You're going to do something with it. You're probably going to recycle it or sell it or do, you know, keep it yourself kind of thing. Yeah. And sometimes, you know, you get people come up to you and say, "Hey, you know, I've got some stuff. Would you like it?" You know, because if you turn around and say no, then, you know, fair enough. They're going to say, "Well, okay, it's going to go in the bin, going to go in the landfill." But if it's something of interest, and, you know, you think you might be able to do something with it, and you turn around and say, "Yeah, it's going to make them feel happier because it's less stuff that they throw away in the bin that will probably end up in the fucking landfill. They know it's going to go to someone who's actually going to like do something with it." And like, you know, just the other day, like, you know, down the road, there's a skip there. There's some DVDs, and I picked a couple up. And I was just looking at them. I wasn't going to take them straight away. I was going to knock on the door, but as I was picking up, this lady came out. She goes, "If you want them, you can have them, love." I said, "Are you sure?" I was just looking at them. I was going to come knock on your door anyway. I wasn't going to take them and not ask for them. She goes, "No, you can take them. We don't need them." So I got talking to her. I said, there's a couple of like game DVDs in there as well. Like there's a couple of Xbox ones, Grand Auto, 2 Grand Auto disc in there, but no actual covers, just the discs. And there's a PlayStation 2 game in there as well. And I said to her, yeah, I'll take the DVDs. I said, look, there's some gaming DVDs in there. Are you chucking away any like consoles or anything? Goes, oh, I don't know. I'll have to ask my son. And she's a nice black lady. So she went and asked her son, this fucking great big tall guy, probably about 7 foot fucking tall, taller than what I was, big black guy. Could have been like a basketball fucking player. He goes, all right, mate. I said, yeah, I just wondered if you've got any consoles or electronics you're throwing away, because I found a couple of game DVDs in here. Your mum's okay with me taking out the DVDs. Just wondering if you've got any electronics. He goes, well, we're actually in a process of like sorting stuff out because we are moving. But yeah, there's going to be guarantee. I've got some stuff. I can give you like cables, electronics, and other bits and pieces. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And he goes, like, if you've got a way I can contact her. So I gave him my phone number. He goes, once we start sorting it out, I'll give you a text, and then I'll put the stuff behind the wall so you can come down and collect it. I said, well, if you can put it behind your bin near your door, it'd be a lot better for me, because like, if you're going to put it near the actual wall, people can walk by and they might see what's in there and might take the stuff before I come down and get it. So she said, yeah, no problem, And I do go down there, to check, each day just in case they forget. But yeah, nice people, Why they're moving, I don't know. It's none of my business. But you get people who's really like willing to give you stuff, So they know that can end up in a fucking field somewhere, under like 5 foot of dirt. How long is that going to take for it to decay? How about the discs? How long is that going to take to decay? I found CDs metal detecting before, yeah, and I don't know how long they've been in there, but it must have been a bloody long time, and they still haven't decayed. So we're not doing nothing wrong. We're not stealing. We're asking. Even when you go dumpster diving, especially people in America, yeah, some of their counties allow it, and some of them don't. But you're not even. I've seen videos on dumpster diving where people found, so much stuff, worth hundreds, even thousands of pounds, well, dollars, I should say, being thrown away, on a daily fucking like basis, kind of thing. They're just too lazy to like find the proper resource to actually donate it to someone who actually wants it, like a charity shop or a thrift store or something like that. They can't be asked for that. They just rather fucking throw thousands of pounds of like, product away. It's like the game store over America, the things they fucking chuck away, game consoles, mobile phones, games, joysticks and stuff like that. It's all going to go in a fucking like landfill. And sometimes they're not too worried about people going dumpster diving and like taking them out, because they know that they might be useful to people. And it's not like stealing the game, really, is it? Even a console or a joypad, it's not stealing. It's just like recovering and salvaging, and possibly using it for your own use, or if you don't want it, you can put it to some other use, like donate it, or sell it and make a little couple of dollars or a couple of pounds or something. But what pisses me off is that they find thousands and thousands of like products away, and if you go and like in some counties in America, yeah, I've seen one or two where people have got fucking like busted for just, you know, taking something out of a dumpster. You know, fucking ridiculous, man. Even here, you know, I've not heard anyone actually like get arrested for taking something out of a dumpster, but you know, you could get arrested for trespassing, I suppose, if it's on private land. And you know, all these estates, you know, housing estates where you got dumpsters or no trolley bins, yeah, that's not on private land. It's, I suppose it's public land. I don't know really. No, but you're not really causing any harm. You're not, you know, really committing the offence. You're just taking the fucking piece of cable or a CD or something out of a fucking trolley, you know, one of those trolley bins. Because, you know, you are helping the environment, aren't you, in one way? Stopping it from going in these landfills or being sent over to fucking third world countries. You know, if I had a car, Jesus Christ, man, I'll tell you what, seriously, the amount of fridge freezers and especially microwaves I've seen over the last month, Christ, man, it's unbelievable. You know, even today, I saw about 4 microwaves. The other day, I saw at least 6 microwaves, you know, and I couldn't do nothing with them, you know. I couldn't bring them home. All I'd done was cut the cable, and that was it, you know, snip the cable off. Because, like, you know, the cable's got copper in it. You've got your plug, which has got brass in it. You know, even the plugs you can recycle and use yourself, you know, or, you know, if you've got enough of them, you could stick 20 on eBay for a £5 or something, you know. Plugs, you know, you go to a shop and buy a plug, you're talking about £2 or £3 just for one plug. You know, you stick 20 in and say like 10 quid, you know, save someone a hell lot of money, especially like, you know, if they're repairing things and they need to go and buy plug sockets, you know, it's going to save them like a lot of money, I suppose. So if it's like £2 or £3 per plug socket in the shop for one, and they can get like 10 or 20 for like £10, and they're going to be saving a lot of money, you know, a hell of a lot of money. Like some of the plugs I'm going to be keeping myself, actually. The cables I'm going to be stripping down, you know, for the copper, and just like build that up. And one day when I've got the money, I'll probably buy myself a little furnace and melt it all down, you know, kind of thing. I don't know yet. But yeah, sorry, I've not been reading, Yurik. There was a guy who found a solid bronze Indian statue, right? Magnet fishing. And, you know, he pulled it out and he spoke to an Indian person saying, look what I found, you know, is it bad luck for me to like take this out of the river? And they said, no, you know, if you find a Indian statue in the river and you take it out, it's supposed to give that person who finds it luck. And I have found Indian statues in the river before. You know, some of them have actually like kind of rusted up, but I found like a nice, it's not porcelain, but it's more like pottery kind of thing. You know, I've got it in the kitchen actually. I think one of the arms are broken, but I found that down at Colliers Wood when I was like doing a little bit of magnet fishing, and it didn't catch it on the magnet. You know, I had to like try to get the rope around it and like pull it in, and I also had to pull it in. And I found Indian coins. I found some Indian jewelry. It's just to show, you know, if it's like, you know, religious, some people just turn around and say, you know, or they thrown that statue in, you know, for religious purposes, and you shouldn't really take it out. But no, I think that's not right in one way. It might be, you know, some people, well, the guy who found like this bronze one, I think it was, or brass, and he spoke to the other guy, and they said, no, you know, if you take it out, it's good luck for whoever finds it, you know, kind of thing. If that's true or not, I don't know. But, you know, even find statues, you know, metal statues in the river, that is polluting the rivers. because eventually it's going to rust, and rust gets off toxic, doesn't it? So if it's like the statue ones which I found, like made out of like pottery or glass or porcelain or whatever, kind of thing, I suppose that's okay, because it's not going to give off that toxicity. And like, I didn't realize, well, I didn't understand why someone would throw in a statue in a river. I thought like it could have been stolen from someone's house, for instance, and the thief has probably like dumped it in the river to get rid of evidence, kind of thing. Yeah. And pulling it out, I'm thinking, well, hey, I saved it from a river, and maybe it might bring me a little bit of luck, kind of thing. But it was only until the other day I saw this video where this guy pulled out this brass or bronze statue and asked the guy, and they said, no, you find it, it brings you luck. So maybe that's why people throw religious items in there, for certain reasons. Maybe they put it in there to ask for luck, get good, goodwill, and all that kind of stuff. And whoever finds it also gets the luck. I just don't know. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I wouldn't know how to go about it really. But I found Indian coins, and yeah, Indian coins do get stuck on magnets. Some of them do anyway. It's got some iron in some Indian coins. I found American coins, shitloads of it. What's the name? British coins. And that's just not, magnet fishing, metal detecting as well. So if I find something, and I can salvage it, I will do. I've got so many coins in a jar, all rusted up. I'm trying to find a way of getting that corrosion rust off, but I've still not found nothing yet. I've gone through a load of videos, and they say, oh, well, this works, that works. Vinegar, Coca-Cola, fizzy pop, fuck, does it? It's okay if it's only got a little bit of corrosion on it, but when it's like crusted, then no, you've got to like find other ways of getting all that crust off. But when you find a laptop, and that ain't the only laptop I found. There was the guy who gave me 7 computers, also had 2 laptops, and he had a DVD recorder, but it turns on, but the record, the actual DVD tray doesn't come out, which is a shame. So I can't really use that to play, or record any DVDs on it. So that's just going to be scrapped out, take the circuit board out, throw the casing away. Now I know, like, oh well, look, you say that you're getting all this stuff, to recycle it. Now you're saying that you're going to take the circuit board out and throw the rest. Well, it depends on how I'm going to throw it. I could either put it in the wheelie bin and take the chance it's going to be put in landfill, which it would have done in the first place anyway if I hadn't found it. But it could also go to recycling. I'm not saying all the garbage in their part of the country goes to like recycling anymore. Some of it does, some of it don't. But if it does, great. I've seen this film so many fucking times. It's called Demons. It's about they watch a movie in the cinema, and a demon's released, and it attacks one woman, then the woman attacks everyone else, and everyone else turns into these demonoid kind of like creatures. And where the movie's actually playing, it's actually affected the whole city, and only a couple of people escape, and fucking other shit, this movie. But yeah, like if I take out the circuit board out of that DVD recorder, at least I'm actually scrapping out the circuit board, which has more toxicity on it because it's got like platinum, palladium, it's got like copper, zinc, little bits of gold in it, gold plated pins and aluminium, and you know, that's 5 different kind of like types of metal in on one fucking motherboard, you know, kind of thing. You know, main casing is either steel or iron. Well, we all know it's more steel, or if not aluminium anyway. There. Now I can't, stack and store, fucking God knows how many shells of like DVD players and recorders and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, even like the DVD recorder comes out PCs. If I've got enough of them and I don't need any more, what I do is I take them apart, take the actual circuit board out, put them to one side. I take the motors out, because the motors I can use to make EM pumps. Because sometimes you get 2 or 3 different motors in a CD-ROM, which is in a PC. But there's only one particular motor that I use to make EM pumps. And that's these ones. You'll find at least one of these, sometimes 2 of these motors in a DVD-ROM in a PC. I have actually one time found 3 in an old, very, very old CD-ROM. One of the relic ones with the big board, but now CD-ROMs either have 2 boards or 1 small board in it, a bit like a hard drive. Even the hard drives have smaller boards now, but they still have, those 5 elements on it: copper, brass. I think some of them have zinc, platinum, palladium, gold. Several types of like metal contents. That's the things you got to worry about, being put in a landfill. If it's just like the shell of a PC case or a CD drive, that's hard metal. If it's going to go through a recycling, then they're going to see that straight away and they're going to recycle that in the proper means. But circuit boards, they get crunched up, they get broken up. They might end up in fucking landfills. But the hard parts, the cases, they normally do get recycled. A spirit, maybe it was a spirit of an alien. White orb. See, I'll tell you what, the other day, like seriously, down the road to me, near the kebab shop, yeah, there's 2 nice, like, pieces of furniture. Really, really nice. But, I couldn't carry it home because it was more glass than anything, yeah. And the way I carry things, I tend to like stumble sometimes. I trip, and no, my luck, I would have tripped over and like smashed the damn thing and cut myself to shreds, kind of thing. But it was really, really nice. And I was going to go back there and see if I could like find a way of bringing them home. But when I went there the other night, they'd fucking gone. I thought, shit. You see some really nice, even one place I've been to twice, there's a really nice cabinet there, really nice one, and they're chucking it away. And I think if I only had a car, or, someone with a car or a van who could help me to bring it home, I'd love to have it. It's really, really nice. But, I don't know why people throw such nice furniture away. I'm not saying it's antique, but it's bloody nice. Especially the 2 that was down there. They look antique-y. It's just a shame that people throw so much stuff away. During the early years, especially during World War II, everything had to be like salvage, especially like metals, steel, iron, aluminium. Because, like, you know, when we was being fucking bombed to shit by the Germans, you know, we was running out of resources and people had to, like, come out and, you know, there was a video I watched, a documentary, right? They called for any scrap metal that you could think of, yeah? Saucepans, frying pans, you know, nice fork spoons, you know, that kind of stuff. People were even, like, putting in their metal suspenders, the female suspenders. Yeah, I know the tax. That's why I don't have a car, because like the tax, MOT, insurance, you know, license, cost of running the car, the fuel cost. No, just too much money, man. You know, when I was growing up, when I left school, you know, I had my push bike. My mum bought me a brand new push bike. My sister took it round to the college one day without asking. She didn't take the padlock. She thought it was going to be safe in the building, but someone went into the building, you know, because like being, you know, she was doing college work at the local school. Someone got in, you know, probably pushed the buzzer saying, "Oh, I'm coming in to do a class," and some fucker went and stole my bike, brand new bike. I only had it a week. You know, I was so pissed. You know, my sister was supposed to be bought me a new one, but she couldn't afford it. She bought me a second-hand shitty one, didn't she? But I saved up later and bought myself a moped, little Honda 50, I think it was. Good little moped it was. All I had to pay was MOT, tax, insurance, no provisional license. Had an accident around the Dartford one-way system, ran near the police station. The steering went, fucking came flying off. Had a brand new suit on, ripped to shreds. My dad was in front of me, he didn't see what happened. A car pulled up behind me, he goes, "You all right, mate?" Fucking copper, weren't he? He goes, "I saw what happened." He goes, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You want to put your bike in the car park, feel free to. Come collect it, you know, whenever you want. And see that, you know, you're kind of badly cut up there." He goes, "Do you want to lift to the hospital or anything?" I said, "Nah, I can go home." He goes, "Do you want to park your bike there?" I said, "No, I'll ride." He goes, "Are you sure? I don't you have another accident?" I go, "No, I just like, you know, ride it slowly, you know, 5-10 miles an hour." So he goes, "Well, it's up to you." And like, time I got home, my mum was a bit worried, thinking, "Where the fuck is Stephen?" You know. And when I pulled up, and she came out, going, "Where you been? What the fuck happened to you?" Didn't you see? You know, you was in front of me. The bike just went a bit weird. You know, the steering went crazy. I went into the railings and flew off the bike. And yeah, well, look at my suit. Look at my bike. Couldn't you really use the bike much more after that? You know, I had it in the garage for quite a while. And when I met when I met the ex-wife and got married to her, I asked my neighbour if she would look after it until I could sort something out. And it had been down here for about a year or two, and she decided to give it to her fucking kids, and her kids fucking wrecked it for me. And after wrecking it, they sold it for parts, bastard. It wasn't her kids, it was her husband's kids that done it. And I tried to get money off him, but he wouldn't give me the money. I said, "Well, you know, they fucked it up, you know, they stripped it. I should have, you know, have that money." He goes, "Well, I don't know what they got for it, and, you know, you have to speak to my sons about it, you know." And I said, "No, you're responsible." He goes, "Well, I can't, like, give you something what I don't know what happened." So I kind of like lost out on my bike, my moped. Then I also had a car, a little Datsun Sunny. Well, I had Datsun Sunny Estate it was. I had that for a little while. My dad helped me, you know, like took me out for driving lessons. I even fucking went out on myself sometimes, like when I shouldn't have done, but I only got caught once. And I said, like, you know, I want a provisional. And I said, like, you know, my dad's at work and I just wanted to get to the shop because, like, you know, I needed something. They asked where I lived, and I said, well, you know, as long as you get back straight away and don't start driving around on it anymore, guys, make sure that you always got someone with a full license. So I've got a little warning on that one. But I remember me and my dad and my mate going out one day, and I fucking nearly crashed into a brick wall because steering went a bit weird on it. Controlled it, and my dad pulled out before we hit the wall. So driving down the road, the steering went a bit funny, went up on a curb across this like grassy area, and was heading straight for this brick wall. My dad goes, fucking turn it. So he pulls the steering wheel. We've missed the wall. We got back onto the actual the road, and I said, no, you know, you drive. He goes, no, you need to learn. So my dad made me carry on driving and went down this fucking long, like, single lane fucking lane, and the steering went a bit funny again, and I started going over to my left, and lucky my dad pulled over the steering wheel again. We would have ended down a fucking like 100-foot drop. I tell you, man, about 50 to 100-foot drop right next to us. And I was shitting myself. I said, no, you got to take over, Dad. You got to take over. I think he did take over. I can't remember after that. I think he did take over. And, you know, it was okay for him. I think it was just more nerves, me like driving. But I started having problems with the car. His mate tried fixing it. He didn't fix it properly, and like, you know, it's costing too much money. So, you know, my dad gave him the car and said, you know, give him some money for it, but I never got the money for the car. So that was a bit of a downer. You know, I spent a couple of £100 on the car, and I never got nothing on the car back. So, you know, the moped I bought from a neighbour, which was like 75 quid, 100 quid or whatever, I lost out on that because the neighbour's fucking kids kind of like just stripped it apart and sold the parts and made money on it themselves without asking me. The car was given to my dad, gave it to his friend to fix, but he reckons it wasn't fixable. So, you know, my dad decided to let him have it. And I'd already spent 200 quid on the fucking car, buying it and, you know, getting one of the wheels sorted out. So I lost the money on that. Never been too good with like vehicles, you know, even fucking push bikes, you know, even the push bike I'm fucking going left, right some of the times. And, you know, when I'm trying to get off, I'm kind of like losing balance because my fucking knees playing up. It's fucking ridiculous, man. I know it's a Honda 50, I think it was, or Honda 70, one of the two. I know it's like, I thought it was automatic, but it wasn't. It was like, you know, the ones you have to like push down the gear thing. And you go, and you push down that metal pedal thing to change the gear. Oh, it was a good little bike, actually. I was just thinking, like, yesterday, because it's a new day now, isn't it? You know, yesterday, Wednesday, I was thinking, like, if I had the money, I'd get myself another fucking moped. But the thing is, mopeds ain't cheap. You're talking about, you know, second-hand £1,000 for a moped, yeah? Then you got to pay for the tax, the MOT, insurance, then the cost of the fuel, right? Then if it goes wrong, you got to, like, you know, pay the cost of getting it fixed. And you never know with some of these second-hand bikes, you know, mopeds you buy, you know, they may look all right, but they could be completely fucked, you know. So it's more of a risk that you buy one second-hand. And I don't like really buying second-hand shit, you know, but if I can't afford it, I have to. But, like, it's just money, you know, and money I don't have. Even if I fucking like done the lottery and won like a couple of million on a lottery, let's say I'd buy myself two houses, one possibly a haunted house, so you know I can do investigations and get investigating teams down there to investigate and charge them, you know, like £10 an hour or something, you know, or £50 for like from I say 11 o'clock at night till like 5 in the morning. So like, you know, I got 6 hours in there, and they'd be like, if it's a group of like 5 people, I charge them like £150 for the night or something. So that it'd be charged like about £15 for the whole night per person or whatever, depend on how many people and how much I decide to charge. You know, because you've got to consider about if they're going to use electricity to run the equipment. You know, I'm not going to let them run the equipment and use my electricity when I've got to pay for it. You know, they're going to have to pay for the cost of electricity, you know, food, drinks, you know, that kind of stuff. If I had to supply that as well. So if I had like a couple of million, I'll buy myself a normal house where I live in. I'll buy myself a haunted house near to the house that I live in. So I've only got to walk up the road or around the corner. I'd have CCTVs in both houses, you know, for security reasons. And if I was doing like investigating teams, you know, each room would have CCTV so I can keep an eye on what's going on. I'll have a security guard there. I'll get a car and hire someone to drive me around. You know, get third-party insurance or whatever it is, you know, where that person is insured to, you know, drive your car. And he can like be my little chauffeur or something, you know, pay him X amount each week for a wage. I'll probably get 2 cars. Because I don't think I'll be doing a scrapping or anything, no, because I'll probably have the money to have what I need anyway. But if I had 2 cars, I'd probably like buy a car for him to like drive me around in. And if I don't need him, then the second car he could use himself. But he'd have to pay, you know, for any kind of petrol cost or any kind of damage that occurs to it. He'd have to pay himself. But he'd be, you know, insured to run it and drive it. That kind of thing. You know, I would like to get a house with you know, at least, you know, 50 to 100 acres of like woodland, so I could go out and do metal detecting. Yeah, also like a little lake, so I can do some magnet fishing there as well and normal fishing. You know, even if it's like in the state where you've got like, you know, your big manor house or something, you know, and then you've got like some little cottages, that'd be cool. Because you never know, the manor house might be fucking haunted and the cottages. Just think you move into a manor house and like, you know, you get so much activity, you've got to fucking move out within a couple of weeks. You know, even if you're trying to like, you know, be nice to the spirit, say, look, you know, I'm not trying to get you out, you know, you can stay here rent free as long as you give me activity, but not crazy shit activity where you're like, you know, scaring the shit out of me, you know, kind of thing. Fancy like buying like a forest, you know, with a cabin in the woods. Oh, man, have you seen that cabin in the woods where that group of people go in there and like they're being fucking attacked by zombies and like weird creatures? I can't remember what. I think it is called The Cabin in the Woods. Actually, fucking crazy movie that is. But yeah, like the thing is though, I wouldn't like to live dead center of a wood, you know, a forest. No, because like one, you probably ain't got enough like, you know, Wi-Fi. You know, maybe you ain't no Wi-Fi connection, so you wouldn't be able to get on the internet. Yeah, you know, your mobile phone reception could be shit. You know, even the telephone line may not even exist there. And if any fucking weirdos start, you know, coming into the woods and trying to like, you know, break in and trying to murder you or do weird sexual things towards you, you ain't got nowhere to run, have you, really? No. If it's going to be like something like that, it'd be like a house with like I suppose with a very big garden, maybe a little kind of like fish pond or a little lake or something, and probably a couple of acres of wooded area, so I can do some metal detecting around it. But I don't think I'd ever like to live in a forest. No way. No, I usually like watching on TV actually the survival programs where people go out and they live in Alaska, and they have to like defend themselves, whether if they're single or they got a family there, and they got to like go out hunting to survive and live off the resources of the ground, the earth, the rivers, the lakes, the land. I thought about doing something like that. If I ever got so pissed off and I had a little bit of money, I'd like to do it. But again, you wouldn't be able to get on the internet. There's no fucking what. You'd have to have a satellite dish. That's the only way you're going to get internet, satellite. To run, your mobile phone, your internet, your TV, and you've got to have enough provisions to last you each year as well. You'll probably need like a fucking like a car to get you from your house to like the nearest town, which could be like hundreds of miles away. A motorbike, maybe. What's those other ones? Snowmobile. So when it's like cold and freezing snow outside, the lakes are frozen up, the rivers are frozen up. You can skate across there with your snowmobile. The only thing is, I'll have to learn how to swim because I can't swim. I swim like a fucking brick, so I'll have to like get swim lessons. Now, I wouldn't like to live in the freezing cold temperatures. Actually, I wouldn't like to live in the boiling hot temperatures. I'd like to have my own little island. That'd be nice. No, like what is it? That movie with Tom Hanks in it, where he's got his own little island, something like that, but a lot bigger than that. Where you got like a couple of like houses there, where you can like rent out to other people who and trust, kind of thing. I wouldn't do it to strangers. Freshwater lake, so you go out and do some fishing. Plenty of land to go metal detecting. Find something which has got a good vibe to it, and possibly some good background to historical kind of thing, like maybe like on that TV program, the Gold of Easter Island or something, or Eagle Island or what the fucking program's called, where the pirates might have like gone in the olden days and hidden, treasures, and you hear about you get told about the stories, you find a map and you go out on a treasure hunt and you find fucking tons of gold. That'd be fun. Never gonna happen in my life, but it'd be fun though, wouldn't it, eh? 4x4, yeah. Quad bike. Night my luck, I fucking jump on the quad bike, hit the accelerator, and I'll be going whoop, fucking backflipping. Nearly done that on my push bike today with the fucking PCs on the back. Felt like I was doing wheelie. I'm trying to pull the bike down, and fucking all over the place, and the bike topples over, lands on top of me. I'm in between the fucking like the handlebars and the in the middle of the bike. I'm trying to kick the fucking PC off. I'm trying to like push the bike back up. Lucky my neighbours didn't come down and see what's going on. They would have fucking thought I was some kind of crazy person, which I am, but I don't want them knowing I'm a bit of a crazy person. I'll tell you right, where I found that computer, the second computer, yeah, there's a road which I came off and they had some old army jeeps there. I was going to take a picture, but I thought, nah, that there's some old army jeeps. I've got to go around that area. I'm going to, like, I haven't got to go there, but where those antique, well, I class them as antique, old tools, I wrote down the road on my notepad on my mobile, which I'm going to be charging up overnight. Wrote the name of the road down, and I'm going to go back down there and see if the guys thrown any more kind of like tools or electronics. And then I'm going to try and find that road where those jeeps were and try to take a photo. So it looked like, proper World War II jeeps actually. Really interesting. There's another one which I saw more closer to me in this area. Well, I say in this area, probably a few miles away. There's a really nice jeep which I saw. Definitely Second World War. I think he had the American number plates on it as well. So I really can't really aim CCTV cams to paranormal use. Listen, I feel safer out there in the country. Darkness is a friend here. Man, I can't be out in the dark. Seriously. Sometimes I'm scared of my own fucking shadow, to be honest with you. Like, even when I've done that night, when I've done the 3 parks on video and came home and uploaded them, for instance, yeah, I was kind of like, at first, I was kind of like, shall I go out? Shall I go out? I don't really want to go out because you don't know who's out there. You might have some druggies out there. Some drunks, some weirdos. But that night, it felt like Abby was saying, go out, go out and do it. Nothing's going to happen. You're going to possibly get some activity. You're going to have a good little time out. Just go out and spend a little bit of time outside if it's by yourself. Don't be afraid of the dark. And I actually thought, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to go out. And I did the 3 little parks. I've done the one up there near Stratton Vale. I've done the one down there where the little girl apparently died by falling off one of the climbing frames. And her dad decided to commit suicide because he loved his daughter so much. And, his wife was, I don't know, he was either separated from his wife or his wife has also died. I can't remember. But I've done that one. And the one over there with the high EMF, I went over there for like 5-10 minutes as well. So I've done all 3 parks after midnight. And, I said on camera, I don't know why I feel scared being out on my own. It's kind of nice. It's quiet. It's not cold. It's kind of nice and warm. I think it was a full moon as well, But I just had that fear factor, to be honest with you, that, that you feel like I know you always get the feeling where you're being watched and maybe followed around by spiritual people, yeah, but it's not so much that. I feel like, there could be someone humanoid, living person who could be following me around and might, jump out and fucking attack me and slit my throat for, whatever I've got on me, equipment or money. That's the problem I have. I had that fear factor where I feel like someone might jump out and attack me. And sometimes I might feel like, if there's a negative spirit around me, I don't want a negative spirit to attack me and cause harm to me in case, like, no one's going to find me until the morning. And if you're out like at 12 o'clock at night and no one goes in the area until like, 8-9 o'clock in the morning when they're taking the kids to school, they might not find you fucking alive. You could be fucking dead. So that's the kind of fear factor I have about going out on my own. when you've got someone with you, then yeah, it's okay. But there's going to be two of you who can fight off, any humans who wants to try and like attack you, kind of thing. But I just had that kind of fearness on me, about that particular thing that might happen. But spiritual wise, I do feel sometimes that there might be something negative that could be following me around. And, you never know, it could like pounce out and attack you. I'm even worried about sometimes like the non-spirits, the spirits from the wilderness, like, the tree spirits, the land spirits. I feel like they might be angry, they might not want me to be in a certain location because it could have, evil intent, like someone might cast an evil spell, or, there might be some really negative spirits there, kind of thing. So that's why I don't like going out on my own. You never know what might happen. I think the person who was showing those tools out was either Polish or maybe Lithuanian or Romanian, one of them three, because it's the language barrier. It wasn't clear English. He wasn't talking English. You could tell it was definitely like a foreign accent. That's why tomorrow I might go down there again to see if he's thrown any more stuff out. So he threw 2 boxes of stuff out while I was there. One was the tools, and as I put the tools in my backpack, he came out with a big box of like cables and stuff like that. And I said to him when I was picking up the computer, I said, "Is this yours?" He goes, "No." I said, "Have you got any electronics you're throwing away?" He goes, "No." And what's he come out with? The hand drill, the electric drill, and the other tool. So that's electrical, isn't it? And he said, "Yeah, no electrical." Then he brings out a fucking great big box of electrical cables. I picked all them up. I thought, yeah, I'll have those. I can say, yeah, I thought you said you had nothing electrical, but, this electrical cable, maybe you just didn't understand what I was trying to say to him, Because when I asked about the computer, he goes, "No, there's many people in this house." So, I'm thinking, well, there's many people. How many people, I know with the Indians, the Pakistani, sometimes they have like about 8 or 10 people living in one house, sometimes more. So if he's like Lithuanian or Polish, there could be fucking 4, 5, 6 families in there for I know. They're trying to make the room to have more people in it, probably. That doesn't bother me as long as they're throwing stuff out which might be of use. And all that cable, I think it was all copper cable. I've not gone through it. I need to go out and see if I can find some boxes actually. Well, there's loads of fucking like boxes around here, but they're like the council boxes which they give to. Well, they don't give them. You got to pay the council. It's like those plastic bins kind of thing. I could do some of those actually, but with lids on. I did see a few the other day actually, and I was going to go back for them, but I fucking forgot all about them. So that's why I'm trying to keep an eye out for at the moment. It's a working small fan and some bin tubs, with lids on. People do still throw them away. I saw a couple and I thought, yeah, I'll go back for those. And then I saw another couple, but they had like cracks in them and holes. And I thought, well, they ain't no good. I'll go back and get the other ones, but I forgot all about it. Then I found a monitor, which I was on the pathway. But I picked it up and I put it behind the wall in the person's garden to go back later and get. And I forgot all about that. And I went to look for it the other day. I couldn't fucking find it. I couldn't even remember what house it was. So that probably was taking that back out and put in the bin. But the first PC, which I found, being the tall desktop one, actually had a monitor with it as well. So I actually bought the monitor home. I had to put that in my kind of like shoulder carry bag kind of thing. And, it's kept getting in the way. It's knocking my knees. I couldn't ride the bike properly. If I could have all got it, if that PC wasn't heavy enough and it was more compact, I reckon I could have got them both in the actual box on the back of my bike and got them home a lot quicker and safer. But I'm fucking like on the bike, swaying left and right. Some of the time I had to get off and walk the bike because I was knocking my knees on the fucking like the bag where the monitor was, because that kept like swinging around. They still steering wheel airbags for new cars. My God. Well, they do cost a lot of money, don't they? If you have an accident and it ignites the actual bag, it inflates it. After you've kind of like let the air out, you've got to go and get it replaced, don't you? And they can be expensive. Yeah, I can understand that, spirits are pissed with us the way we treat nature. I'm pretty sure, I've got a feeling, right, to be honest with you, some of the spirits are happy that I'm bringing stuff home because it's not going in landfill. No, even the land spirits, I suppose, are happy that I'm not, that I'm trying to salvage that little small fraction because it's not going in landfill. But I feel like the spirits are saying, oh, for fuck's sake, Steve, stop bringing this stuff home. Look how much stuff you've got in this living room now. Come on. Do you really need it? Well, no, I don't need it. To be honest with you, I don't really need fucking 10 PCs, which I'm trying to repair, but I'm helping to try to, recycle, maybe try to make a little bit of money, to cover my bills. And let's put this back in my camera. No, I bet even some of the spirits do follow me, follow me around, go with me, make sure no harm comes to me. And I think sometimes they try to like stop me from falling off the bike, to be honest with you. But they're not doing much, are you? You're not helping me too much. So I'm still fucking having problems with the bike. Still falling off it time to time. I just can't, get the balance. When I had my first push bike here, I used to ride down the hill or along a straight road, without my hands being on the handlebar. I could even go around a turning without my hands being on the handlebar. I tried that yesterday and I nearly crashed into a fucking wall because the bike, I took my hands off and the steering went. I've got the fucking grab in the steering wheel. And if I hadn't just grabbed it in time, I would have like crashed into a brick wall and probably flew over the handlebars and landed on a concrete fucking driveway. I just haven't got the right balance like I used to. See, you talking about, some dangerous spirits, nature spirits, right? Yeah. When I'm near like a river, I don't know how deep that river is. And sometimes I feel like I'm being lured towards the river and maybe getting that urge to like jump in and like, commit suicide. But then most of the times I'm actually feeling that I'm okay and that I'm being kind of like protected and guided by spirit people, making sure no harm's coming to me. But like over Tenton Lock, the water is really deep there, really deep. You're talking about 10, 15 feet deep. And I'm only like fucking 5'11", so it's going to be like twice the size of me. And I can't swim. And sometimes even when I'm with Alan, I feel like not secure. I sometimes don't want to be too close to the river. I did buy myself like a life jacket, which I did take up with me because I was doing I got permission to do the lock, and even when I had my life jacket, the water was like looking down. There's at least a 15, 20 feet drop before I would have hit the water. And I was like kind of petrified, to be honest with you. But I had me like life jacket because the only way they would give me permission is if I had a life jacket, so I had to buy one. When I went back up there, I spoke to a different guy and they said, well, I don't know, I don't really want you being there because it can be dangerous. So, well, I spoke to George, I think his name was, and he gave me permission, but he told me I can only do it if I've got myself a life jacket. And I've got myself a life jacket now. So, he goes, well, okay, you can do that lock, but don't do it too long. I don't know accidents. I don't want to see you floating face down, because they were saying, like, can you swim? I said, well, not really, but, now I've got a life jacket. It's kind of like helped me in it, even if I'm fucking doing a doggy paddle. But they weren't too keen for me, doing it, but they did let me do it. Just the once. No, but even over at Clapham Common, the boating lake, it's not that deep, but in the middle, got so much soot, and it does go deeper. It goes about 8 foot deep, I think, maybe a little bit more. And I was able to get the boat out. They let me have the boat, and even then, I had a life jacket. I had my waders, and I was able to like do magnet fishing. But every time I threw the magnet out, when I'm pulling it in, it's fucking pulling the boat towards the magnet, not the magnet towards the boat, And I was like sometimes kind of like unstirred in the boat, thinking the boat was going to tip over. So, I've not been up there to do any magnet fishing for some time, actually. I want to go back up there and do some. So I do have permission to do all 3 lakes up there. Just that, someone else has been doing magnet fishing up there and not putting their scrap in the proper bins or anything, or letting people, like the groundsman who does like, the litter collection. He hasn't been telling, they haven't been telling them about the scrap. With me, if I find anything, I always put it in the nearest bin, wherever it is. And I found some really long fucking rebarb poles. I found a big Times newspaper kind of sign, which I pulled out and put in the bins, And if there's something that I couldn't really carry, I'll just let the binman know and say, look, there's a couple of pieces of like iron there or steel which I can't carry. And they get the truck, one of the bin trucks, and they come along, 2 of them, pick it up, throw it away. There was even a safe I saw down there, which had already been pulled out. Someone had already opened and taken the jewelry out, so what's in there was like empty jewelry boxes. So I had to go back to the main office and tell them, and said, oh, did you know there's a safe on the pathway near the fishing pond? I had to tell them where it was. And they said, oh, right, we'd send someone down. and they actually sent the truck down with a couple of guys, so I could pick it up and take it to the main section where they put, some of the trash and everything, I pulled out so much shit from that main lake. It's called the boating lake because they used to did have boats there years and years ago. Then they let people like sail boats on there, little small motorized boats. I saw some electric cars today, those little remote control cars, but I didn't take them. But they done remote control boats on there for a while, and people still do them. I even pulled out an old World War II battleship type of boat from there, and a little small speedboat one, and I've still got them. But yeah, any heavy stuff I find, I ask him to come and collect it. I found bags of costume jewelry with credit cards and money, not like lots of money, but coinage. The credit cards. Luckily, the 3 bags I found in one day, I found about 8 credit cards with them, and 3 of them were still active, like with active dates on them. And I was going to take them to the main office, but as I was like in the water, and I was going through this other bag, the 3rd bag, which I found, there's like an iPhone, an iPad, which was all completely smashed and damaged. And as I was going through it, his police car was coming down, so I pulled him over, and it's on video on this channel somewhere. And I said, "Hey, mate, look, I've got permission to be in here. I just found some bags of costume jewelry, but it's also got credit cards. Can you take credit cards off me?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he took out one of those bags, evidence bags, and I've just dropped them in. I said, "What about this costume jewelry? Do you want that?" He goes, "No, throw it in the bin, or keep yourself. You ain't going to be worth nothing. It's costume jewelry." And I thought there might have been some proper jewelry in there, but there weren't. All the gold would have been taken, because I think all this stuff has been stolen from people's, but because they do sometimes have a lot of like things going on over the common, like they might have what's that fucking word for it? Concert. They have like circuses and amusements and stuff like that over there. So it's probably where someone's been around, pickpocketing and stealing stuff from people's bags and building it up and then throwing it in the lake. Or it could have been where someone's like walking on the main road where there's some cafeterias and restaurants, and could have been a bag snapper. Is it called bag snapper? Where they just run along and grab the bag and then like go through it, take out what they want, and put the rest in a carrier bag and throw it in the lake. I ain't done no magnet fishing over there for several months actually, so I'm planning to go there again sometime. Me and Alan is going to be meeting up to do some milk detecting. Where? Don't know yet. I've still got to arrange that. That's going to be next Friday, hopefully. Well, it would have been this week, but I just don't have the money. So I told him, like, wait till next week. No, sometimes, right, going back to jumping, even like I've got the phobia of like, heights. I don't like being on a high building. I don't even like going across a bridge, like London Bridge or something like that. I feel sometimes I have that fear factor, like, might get an earthquake and like the fucking bridge will collapse and I'll end up in the river fucking like drowned, or, the fucking one of the signs or the statues might land on top of me, I hate going across bridges. I used to hate going, more than like probably 40 foot up, even going on in a block of flats. When I'm looking out the window, I'm thinking, my God, that's high. But the weirdest thing is, right, when I first went to the Philippines with my ex-wife, right, and my first daughter, Jessica, Jessica was only like about a year old, I think. But we went there for a holiday, and I didn't really want to be near the window on the aeroplane. But something told me, like, sitting in the window, nothing's going to happen. You're going to have a nice flight, and you're going to see some really beautiful views. And I was petrified, but I still went next to the window, taking off. Oh my God, please don't crash. Please don't ignite, please don't let anything happen to this aircraft, just let's get up in the air. Let's get to the fucking Philippines, land properly, and let me have a good holiday. Well, the flight, 50,000 feet up in the air, just really nice, clear blue skies, looking down, seeing all these like little dots of buildings, it's like an ant's nest, with the cars. A car really looked like a small fucking ant, if you went that high up. And it was a really fucking wonderful, flight, really. I enjoyed being next to the window, but taking off and landing was more the fear factor. Oh, please don't let's crash on the way down, don't let the engine stop. Don't let another airplane, collide with us, It's been okay up until now. But the air flight was okay. There and back. Just the holiday sucked really, because we was there for 2 months, I think it was, and we was there. I think we was there for about 2 weeks before I got seriously ill. I went and bought some food on the streets, and I think it was bad food, and I ended up with food poisoning, and I nearly died there. I had to rush me to the hospital because I was, there weren't even hardly any fluids in my body. Well, been like throwing up and having diarrhea and God knows what. It's that bad that the last time I remember coming back from the bathroom, I was so weak that I managed to get myself back to where we were staying, and I just collapsed on the floor. I remember getting there, and I'm sure I can remember them saying, "Stephen, you all right?" And I was on the floor. Next minute, I'm in a jitney, which is like a fan kind of car. And then next minute, I'm in fucking hospital with a drip in my arm. And I was in hospital for five days, and it cost over £500 of our spending money to get myself, well and better again. And the worst thing is fucking going to the bathroom one day with a drip in your arm, and a fucking great big cockroach that size somehow ends up in my shorts, and I'm fucking trying to flick it out. Managed to get it out. I pulled my shorts out and running to the fucking back to the bed. All blood's coming out of my arm and out of my bloody drip. I just get to the bed and push the buzzer on time before I land on the floor. The nurse comes rushing in. So I ask what happened. I'm laying there on the bed, okay, they bring me round. She asked what happened. I told her. She fucking pissed herself a laugher. I told her, cockroach, shorts, flip, that's why blood. She's pissed herself a laughter. She's gone and told several other fucking nurses. They've come in here. They've asked me the same question. I've told them. They're all fucking standing there laughing their fucking asses off. And I'm fucking like, blood everywhere, fucking blood in my drip, half unconscious still. Oh. And then, several years later, we went back to the Philippines. I can't remember if I sat next to the window or not. I think my daughter was next to the window, actually. Both ways. Because she was like, 5-6 years old, I think, then. Plus, we had my other daughter, Sarah. First time I went there, though, with Jessica, I didn't know that one of the houses had, like, a washing line. Because I didn't see the actual metal line. It was actual, like... It's like, a washing line string, but not actual string. It's like metal, I think. Wire. And I've got my fucking daughter on my shoulders, mucking around. And I've walked straight into this fucking, like, metal washing line kind of thing. And my daughter's gone back screaming. I thought, what the fuck? I thought I fucking chopped her head off or something, you know. And I picked her up and, you know, took her to where we were staying. My mother-in-law's. I told her what happened. My ex-wife started having a bitching and moaning at me. And like my mother-in-law said, look, he didn't know, you know, start having a go at him. It's an accident. And like there was a little bit of a mark there, but you know, she was okay. But the second time went there, I still ended up with fucking like slight food poisoning. And I think that was water because I kind of like this time thought more not to go on the road and get food, you know, get food cooked by, you know, your relatives. If you're hungry, ask them to cook something. You know, if you're thirsty, make sure the water is completely boiled, which they did. They always boiled the water. Now, where we were staying in the province, they had like these big water gallons, like containers. And once they were emptied, we had to go to the market. They fill it up, but they put like this chemical in to make sure the water was safe for us to drink. But even still, when they put this chemical in to purify the water, when we got back, they had to still boil it so we could drink it. And then what they'd done, when they boiled it, they'd even freeze it as well because it's so fucking hot over there, man. You know, hotter than it is over here sometimes, you know. But they boiled it and then they kind of like made juice and froze the juice and made ice lollies and ice cubes and stuff like that. So the second time weren't too bad. I like to go there again actually, but no, I don't get on with my ex-wife. She doesn't talk to me. Never ring each other up. No, I do miss some of the food she cooked actually, like the adobo, nice adobo. Some of the Philippine food that she used to cook, I loved it, but now I had none for years. There ain't no Filipino restaurants around here. You know, my daughter said one day, oh, if you want like chicken adobo, I'll get mum to cook it. And I'll just say I'm going to take it round Dad's to eat and let you eat it. I said, no, I don't. Your mother doing something for me. Find that not I've eaten it, she'll go fucking nuts. Well, not if you're going to, you know, pay for the food. I'm pretty sure she'll cook it. Yeah, probably cook it and fucking put poison in it. All right, let's catch up on your chat again. Sorry. They're like demons in nature. Yeah, trolls. Oh, we've always got trolls. I still get trolls calling my fucking number all the time, mate. The old trolls, the old leprechauns, the old gnomies. Yeah, there was a guy who I was watching who does magnet fishing. Damien, I think his name is. He actually pulled out from a river 2 stop signs, right? That was enamel, and I think it had like the electronics in it, so like, you know, it flashed, and it had like, you know, big stop signs. And on one of his videos, he said that it was worth $800, and he found 2 of them. So I think he kept one and he sold one. I'd love to find something like that. I don't know. I don't go with fucking Britex or where the fucking thing is. I don't. You know me. I don't like fucking political shit. I've got nothing with enough fucking problems with my own fucking life and lifestyle and issues, and listen to political bollocks. Bansky. Don't know. I've never heard of Bansky. It's like, you know, with the old Russians when they built that the wall, didn't they? Communists. That was up for years and years and years. And then when they decided to tear it down, hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands of people, even from different countries went there to, like, you know, get a piece of that wall. And some people bought like parts of the wall back and made a mint out of it, man. Selling it. I've got another spider web on my camera outside on the balcony. I don't support Chelsea. I don't support football at all. It's only because my son supported them, and he was throwing that blanket out, and I said no, I'll take it because as you know, I've got to move into my own place, and like, you know, I ain't gonna have a lot of like bedding anyway. And I said I'll have it in case it gets cold, you know, during the night time. So he goes, all right then, and I got it off him. That's the only reason why I got it. It's not because I support Chelsea. I can't stand football. Because years ago when I was young, my dad took me. I think it was my dad or my uncle took us football at West Ham, or was it East Ham? I think it was West Ham. There's a football pitch up there, and we went to one of the matches. I think it was West Ham v Arsenal, something like that, I can't remember. And a fight broke out, and that's what done it for me, you know, the violence. And in them days, there used to be a lot of hooliganism, you know, a lot of violence, you know, a lot of people fighting each other and stabbing each other. But I know it's like not like that now, but in them days it was. And that's what blew it for me for football. I thought, no, this is going to be like this every time I go to a football match. I don't want to fucking bother with football. And I never did. Never supported the football team after. Oh, the match weren't too bad. The football match weren't too bad, but even with the football match, you know, you could see people like arguing and fighting. And when we was coming out, you know, the main roads were filled with like, you know, mixed supporters, and fights were being, you know, started up, and fucking police cars, you know, pulling up and arresting people and shit like that. So I thought, nah, fuck that. I don't know about the Philippines right now. I remember when second time I think we went there, one of her relatives, which I think is a nephew or something like that, because it's like here in the fucking, like, you know, with the Asians, you know, the Pakistanis, you know, yeah, uncles, niece, fucking whatever is still part of the family. So like, it could be like 10 nieces or 10 nephews or 10 uncles. Even people who ain't in your family, they call uncle or auntie, you know, in the Philippines. You know, in like a fucking like 10-year-old kid and she's like fucking 40, 50 years old. She's probably call it auntie, you know. But it was the second time we went there, yeah. They said we were going to go hunting because there is, like, you know, where they were, a lot of wild boar. We was going to go wild boar hunting. So I gave me a 2.2 rifle to practice with, yeah. And I was out in the garden and I was shooting, but there wasn't a lot of ammo, 2.2 bullets. So we went to the town and I bought like 3 packets of like 100 2.2 bullets, which weren't, you know, expensive. I think there's like 100 pesos, like, you know, 75p for a box of 100 2.2 bullets. And I kept like taking practice shots at the trees in the garden. And then like they said that they was going to take me hunting up in the mountains. So, you know, I had a pair of like fucking trainers on, I think it was, yeah. Or was it flip-flops? I can't remember. I think it was flip-flops, actually. Yeah, flip-flops. So no, we had like me. I'm going to call it uncle because that's what she called it. Is a relative who was working half for the army and half for the police. So he's doing part time for both. And he had some fucking good weapons. I've actually got pictures of me holding some, I think they're 9mm handguns. I had like what are they called? An M4, I think it was, in my hand as well. Also a rifle. I've got pictures of them somewhere. Where they are now, I can't. I know I've got them somewhere. I'll have to dig them out and show you them one night if I can remember, or if I can find them. I've actually got some on my Facebook somewhere. But yeah, like they said, we was going to go hunting. So we had my uncle. He had fucking guns on him, man, crazy, And the reason why he came with us because they say like he worked for the police and the army, and he was also a tracker, right? And we also had several other people with us, and we went up in the mountains and they was trying to track this like wild boar, and they found like tracks of it, but it suddenly disappeared. So they said, "Oh well, what are we going to do? There's some people up there. We're just going to like pop up and say hello." But we had to cross this fucking like little river, and I had my my little flip flops on, and I kind of slipped, and one of the flip flops came off, and one of the guys had to run after and pick it up, because I had like socks on as well. And you can't really wear flip flops with socks. It's not, it's not sensible, to be honest with you. But I had like socks and flip flops on. They got my flip flop back. My socks were soaking wet because I'd been in the river. But they said, "Don't worry, you can dry them off up the hill because, not far away, there's some people we know." Well, they didn't tell me what kind of people they were until we got there. We went up there into like this mountainous part, where there weren't so many trees. It's like more open area. And as we was getting to the campsite where we was going to camp and like have something to eat and a drink and just like have a little rest period, I said, whatever you do, don't make any false moves and try not to show any kind of fear because these people are good, Filipino guerrilla. I can't even fucking say it. Filipino guerrillas, and they are and have been known to like kidnap people for ransom, but they won't do it to you because we know them and we're warn them off, and we got plenty of guns here. And they try to kidnap you, we'll shoot them. And I was fucking petrified, thinking, hang on a minute. They're taking me to a guerrilla camp in the Philippines where they know that they have kidnapped foreigners before for ransom. Are these fucking people crazy? Well, there's no way I would have been able to get back on my own, so I had to go with them. And this is honestly a true story here. I'm not lying to you. So we got up there and they shouting out, "Como está? Como está? Hello, hello, how are you?" They was getting replies back. And they said, like, just stand behind us, we talk to them. And if we find, if we feel that, there's any danger, we back away and we get you out of it quick. And then they're standing there talking for about 5-10 minutes. I'm fucking standing back with some of the other guys, which got guns ready, to pull the triggers of any kind of like activity would start off. And they said, come. And yeah, that was okay people, actually, would you believe? They welcomed me. They even took my socks and dried my socks off for me, They offered me, like, their kind of moonshine thing, which I kind of, like, politely rejected. And I said, one of them could speak a little bit of English, like, "No worry, we're not harming you, you good man. These good people, we know these people." We stayed there for about an hour and a half, something like that. Then we decided, like, we need to start making tracks back because it was going to get dark. And they kind of went a different way back home. We didn't have to cross the river, so I wouldn't get soaking wet again. We never did find a wild boar, so we never really like reached our goal to like hunt down a wild boar, wild pig to take home and cook. But as I say, before we got to the camp, they realised that that wild boar had actually maybe have been already slaughtered because like the trail just ended, and there's like little bits of splatter of blood around the area. So someone must have cooked, found it and killed it, hours before we even got there. So it was pretty good actually. They even took me around to the market, right? There was a celebration they was going to be doing, right? I think it was either a wedding, or I think it was a wedding, and they normally, celebrate by, slaughtering animals, taking them to the market. And I came out the house one day, and they was sorting out what animal they was going to take, and they was taking one of the pigs, right, which kind of looked to me pregnant-wise, yeah. And there's also a dog there I was playing around with, right, as well. And I've been playing around with the dog for a couple of days. Nice little dog it was. So anyway, they said they was going to market and I could go if I wanted to, yeah. So I said, yeah, okay. I said, yeah, but that pig looks pregnant. No, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I said, no, pregnant, got babies inside belly. No, be okay, be okay. Well, we got to the market and they said that I could slit its throat. But I said, no. They said, you watch then. And I watched them slit the throat of the pig, yeah. Then they hang it up to let the blood run down. And the Filipinos are like, like tribal. They actually drink the blood sometimes. And like, they actually like put some blood on my face, like as a blessing, which I didn't really like. Then when I cut the pig's belly open, all these little piglets fell out. About half dozen. I said, I told you. I said, don't worry. No waste. Little piglets, unborn piglets, was a delicacy to them, yeah? A real delicacy. So nothing was wasted, all, the pig that got slaughtered, all the little unborn piglets, they all got, taken back, and, the big pig got spit roasted, while the little piglets, I think, the unborn ones probably got boiled and chopped up. And, during the evening, when they're celebrating, I'm sitting on the table, yeah, with them, having a little smoke, and, some beer. And they bring this, like, food on the table, and they said, you eat, nice, really good. So I'm eating it, but it's, like, really vinegary. They had it had too much vinegar in, and it wasn't really, I didn't really like it, but I still ate some of it, And I said to my brother-in-law, I said, where's the dog? I've not seen the dog today. Where's the dog? And he looked at me, he goes, you want to know? I said, yeah. He goes, you're eating it. I got up off that table, I ran to the bathroom, I threw up. I really threw up. And they were all fucking laughing, taking the piss at me because I threw up, because they knew that, I liked the dog. And then they knew that I was eating the dog. They thought it's fucking funny. So, I kept away from them for a while, but I went back, had a couple more beers, but I didn't eat no more of that fucking dog. I was upset. They could see I was upset. But, I did like the cooked pig, barbecue pig. I had quite a lot of that, but that all came up with the dog. So, yes, I've actually eaten dog, would you believe? Not that I actually knew it was a dog, but I have eaten dog. And I'll never eat dog ever again. Not even if I was on the fucking, like, a marooned goddamn island, and there's like one dog on there and no other food. I'd rather have the dog as a pet so I could talk to it and rather kill it and eat it. If it come to the the major starvation, then maybe I might have to, for survival. But I wouldn't like to ever eat dog again. They eat, there was in a where we was going to go hunting, or where we did go hunting, I should say. There was like monkeys, and they tried to catch a monkey. They said monkey brain's good, really delicacy. Made me feel, kind of like sick then, but they didn't get a monkey. They didn't get the wild boar. Came back, kind of empty-handed. But at the celebration, there's so much food there, like unbelievable. So, both times were pretty good, but both times, food poisoning, which ain't good. First time nearly died there. Second time, slight touch of food poisoning, but I was better within a couple of days. But the first time, in hospital for 5 days, 6 days, £500 hospital fees. But I would like to go there again because they say like when you go to another country, you get kind of like immune to the actual foods there. So if you do get ill, that illness kind of like immunes you for next time you go, so it gets in your system. But they do always say, never drink water from, like lakes, rivers, ponds over there. Always boil it. So, crazy, eh? But yeah, there used to be also a lot of like, it's like kidnapping. I can't remember if it's the first time or the second time in the Philippines, yeah? We was in the car and they turned around and said, duck, duck. I said, why? They said, duck. So I'm fucking like ducking the car. They said, dangerous part, this, many kidnappers, many like criminals, even police. And would you believe a police car actually did stop us? And they wanted me to get in the car, but luckily enough, they was willing to take a bribe, and they had to pay like 5,000 pesos to let me just sit in the car and for the car to carry on. Because even the fucking police were corrupt over there as well. So I think it was about 5,000, 10,000 pesos. So, just to, bribe them to let me go on. If we didn't have the money, I would have been at that car. I'd have been like, fucking like, in the papers saying like, tourists kidnapped, ransom money. My parents never had the money to like pay any ransom. So, not even my ex-wife never had the money. No, I think if the whole family cared enough for me, which I suppose they did do, they would put up a ransom for me, but luckily it never happened. But yeah, there's part of the Philippines you've got to be very, very careful, especially some parts in Manila. Now, my other brother-in-law, he was a dentist, yeah. I don't know if he still is a dentist. He had his own little dentist practice, he'd clean my teeth one day. And he goes, we go home, you shower, put some nice clothes on, we're going to go out. And my missus said, no strip clubs, no strip clubs. No, we're going for massage, face massage. And that's what we did do. We went to this massage parlour, yeah. And what they'd done was they massaged your face and they took all the blackheads using the pin. It's bloody painful, I tell you, for one thing, yeah. So it's like, scrubbing your face, taking any kind of blackheads out of your face, massaging you. And my brother-in-law goes, you want sex with that? I said, no. He goes, she won't, no, I won't say no. No. I won't do that to my wife, no. Be good, clean. I said, no. So he goes, okay, we go to club now. Now, we went to this club, right? And there's this, I didn't know at the time it was a transsexual. Until I started speaking to the person. And he, fucking nice person, been even though he was like transsexual kind of thing. Really nice person. He looked like a woman, but he wasn't a woman. And I got to know him a little bit, yeah. And then we went into the bar, and like he's buying me drinks, and he goes, "Okay, these ladies come over in a minute, yeah." I said, "Well, I need to go to the toilet first." He goes, "Okay, toilet over there." So I've gone into the men's room, yeah. I'm standing there, I'm just about taking a pee, and this fucking bloke walks up to me behind me, yeah, and starts massaging me while I'm trying to take a piss. And I said, excuse me, no, me pee? He goes, yeah. He goes, me shake for you? I said, no, 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 no. I did that myself, thank you. And I had to give him like fucking 20 pesos or 50 pesos just to get him off my fucking back, And when I went back out and told fucking my brother-in-law, he pissed himself laughing. He goes, yeah, that's what they do. They come in, like, that is one of their jobs. The men that work in there, they go in there and they massage you. And when you finish your pee, they shake it for you. You don't have to do it. They'll even take your dick out your pants if you want to. I thought, no, that ain't going to happen here. He was laughing his arse off, and we're sitting there drinking. And then, like, a couple of ladies come over, topless, well, not topless, but completely nude. And they started doing us, like, lap dances. And, we was giving them, like, little tips, like 50 pesos, 100 pesos, 200 pesos, or what it was at the time, I can't remember. And then towards the end of the night, when the club was shutting down, that's when we got to know, that transvestite person, as I say, was a nice person. And asking me, where I come from. And one of the fucking Filipinos who was like, who had lap danced me, said like, hey, sexy, he wants girlfriend, And my brother-in-law said, no, like, he's married. Like, so, me, bit on side, kind of thing. Me, he's got new girlfriend. I said, no, 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 no. And I actually goes, you write to me. I said, maybe. And she gave me like a name and address and stuff like that, but I kind of like threw it away because I didn't like want my ex-missus to know. But my fucking brother-in-law, went and told her, oh, yeah, he had like his facial, and massage. And we went to a strip club, he had a naked woman do a lap dance. And she'd go, I told you no. I said, well, don't blame me, blame your brother, And she wouldn't talk to me for the whole night, But the next day she was okay with it, because like you can't expect to go to the Philippines and not go to a fucking nightclub with like naked women, doing lap dances on you. So it's quite funny actually. But I would go back there, to just go to clubs and stuff like that. I'd like to go back there to visit, some of the relatives, and this time go hunting and try to catch something and cook it and eat it. But not monkey bone. No way. I could tell you a few more stories about the Philippines, but I won't bore you. I think it was the first time we went there. We actually stopped off over at China, and the markets, fucking big side markets, man. Selling all the, we went to the black market over there, yeah, selling all the dodgy stuff, fucking crazy. You could go out and buy a mobile phone for like probably about $20, $30 or something, yeah. And at those times, you're talking about one of the old Nokias or something, brand new phones, for like a fraction of the price, black market prices. DVDs, like bootleg DVDs, pirate DVDs, it's like 10, 20 pesos, which is like 5p, for fucking DVD music, cameras, digital cameras you can buy for like £10, £15, fucking crazy over there, man. I did buy a load of DVDs to bring back, actually. And then them days, there wasn't much, like security risk, being stopped at, the border, or, when you came back in the UK, going through declarations, they didn't really check your luggage that much at those times. It's only because, more things happened over time. They're more, security conscious, and they do check many people's like bags and stuff for like contraband and pirated software and pirated movies and drugs and stuff like that. But no, I'm talking about 15 years ago. It wasn't that bad. And I could have bought like whole fucking suitcase of movies over, and they wouldn't have done fuck all. Like, I did bring back a load of cigarettes. Although I wasn't smoking myself, I bought back like 5,000 cigarettes. And it's like packets of 30. It's like these rolled up cigarettes, like what we get tobacco, but these were already rolled up, and you had 30 in them. And fucking hell, man, I used to take them to car boot fair, and I was selling them for about £1 each when it was only like 10p a packet. So I was making a huge profit. But the thing was, they stunk like camel shit. So when you lit it up, it did smell. They actually classed them as the old lady cigarette. But I was selling them quite a lot at the old car boot fairs. Some guy actually like lit one up, because I was giving like 3 samples out as well, So I knew I was making a huge amount of profit. And I was giving out 3 samples, and one guy said, "Oh yeah, this ain't too bad. I'll have like 20 packets off you." So that's like 20 quid. I thought, yeah, okay, mate. And a couple of weeks later, I still had some with me, and I was doing this car boot fair again, like the normal one I go to. And the guy walks up to me, he goes, "Yeah, them cigarettes, mate, yeah." He goes, "I had to throw a load of them away. It fucking like done my throat in." I said, "Well, you should have bought 20 quid's worth." He goes, "No, I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but fuck me, man. Cheap cigarettes, yeah, I gave a couple to friends, but most, a good quarter of them might throw away, because, like, it's really making their throats sore, and even, like, my friends wouldn't, like, smoke, a whole packet. A whole packet lasted, like, 3 or 4 days, and they normally are, like, heavy smokers. They just, like, smoked them for, like, if they ain't got nothing else to smoke, I said, "I can't refund you." He goes, "Oh no, I'm just letting you know that, whoever buys them got to be fucking like, prepared that if they're going to smoke 2 or 3 packets of these are going to fucking like burn your throat out." I said, "Well, they are classed as old lady cigarettes. I forgot to tell you that." He goes, "Fucking old lady cigarettes? Yeah, I won't be surprised." He goes, they stunk, man, After like, a couple of packets, smells like fucking camo shit." I fucking laughed my arse off. And like, I think that's the first time I went there when I bought those back. The second time, I didn't bring any back, because it was getting a bit more security, and a bit more harder to bring certain things back from like different countries, Anyway, let's see what's been said. Yeah, Berlin was the one. Yeah, the Berlin Wall. But, they knocked that down, and they fucking made a lot of money on that, didn't they? Some of the tourists, actually, people went over there, as tourists, and bought fucking great big chunks of the wall down, and then broke them up into smaller bits and selling them for like £100 for a small chunk like that. And I said to someone at the time, "How did I know that it's from fucking the Berlin Wall? That piece of brick could come from anywhere, unless it's got proper graffiti, or it's got made in Berlin, imprinted on the rock, the brick. Then yeah, maybe it is like worth a bit more money." But Yeah, I think they only saved a small section, maybe about a mile or two, I think. So it's like, historical, isn't it? The Bombay Quick Step. uh, no, they actually. Oh, she looks sexy with those great big horrible demon teeth. Just blew her away. I thought on this movie, I think they had a different ending where the guy got shot and the woman survived. I can't remember. Watch that Demons is still just about finishing. Actually, I've not been really watching it. I've been trying to concentrate on what I'm talking about. Sorry if I'm boring you, by the way. It's now 2:15, so I'll be going to bed soon anyway. Yeah, I've got to sort some stuff out. I really want to go back and see if that guy's got any more stuff out. We might put a load more tools out or something like that. Bring back. I'm going to try to see those. I know that blowtorch, that old blowtorch thing isn't worth that much. I've seen them on eBay for about 15, 20 quid. Some of them up to, starting bid 5 quid, kind of thing. But if I can get some stuff, to clean the brass up, it might make it look a bit more sellable. But some people, I don't think, really want them clean. They want it like robust, kind of like dirty, that patina to it. So I might, listen, because I don't really want to keep them myself, but I might try to do one of my little paranormal sessions with them one night. I don't know. The drill is going to be a bit probably difficult because I'm pretty sure, all drills got magnets in, I believe, because you've got the magnets in the motor, so that might interfere with the K2 meters. But the blowtorch one, I feel dizzy then. The blowtorch one, I reckon, might have something attached. I don't know. I'm not saying they've got spiritual attachments to them, but they're going to have energy attached to them. It's everything we touch. A bottle of water, a padlock, PC memory card, a cup. We've all put energy onto it, so you might feel energy, residual energy from someone. I'm trying to find out how to hack this. Actually, there was a video on a guy who was able to hack this. It's a Virgin Active lock. And it's got 4 keys on it, and he was able to mess around with the keys and get the code. And he read the code out at 424 something. And that's how he opened it. Because what he done is he said you put pressure on here on the key, on the actual lock, you push it, so you got pressure for the thing coming out a little bit, and you just muck around with the digits until you feel like it's releasing. But I tried it and it didn't work. I even tried the code that he read out. I've tried the default code 0000. So I've got a padlock, right, which I had on my old push bike, and I didn't think I'd remember the code, but luckily enough I did. So I thought the default would have been 0000, but it's not. I have tried Googling it. I tried like YouTubing it. As I say, there was one guy who's got the same padlock, and he was able to like open it. The lock might even be broken. I'll have to look at the video again. Right, well, I'm going to shoot off, mate. Cheers for being on here and chatting. I might be on during the week. I might do a little paranormal stream with those tools. If I'm awake early enough, I might nip over to that place again, see if there's any more tools. And if there is, I might bring them home. You know, it depends what's there. It might not even be nothing there. You know, you might have already bought out whatever he's bought out. But I'm going to do a little bit of research on them and see if there's, you know, I think one of them was like made in the early 1900s. That blowtorch one, possibly around about 1930s, 1940s, maybe. Because it's not like, you know, the blowtorch isn't run from like a gas cylinder. It has to have like possibly petrol or gasoline inside it, you know, to actually work it. So I just touched my hand in. All right, I'll what's that? It's actually got like 4 digits on it though. 7. I used to keep getting 7s on the ghost box all the time. No, 4 7s, no. Now let's try 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 1, 1. Sometimes it's set as like 4, 4, 4, 4. Well, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. No. It's not 0, 0, 0, 0. I know that. But 4 combination. How many combinations in 4? A few thousand. I ain't gonna sit there going through a few thousand combinations. No way. What's this movie? Shark Lake. Yeah. Anyway, I also found this today. Some little medallion kind of thing with a football on the back. What's it saying on here? Air Training Corps. Adventure Adventure. There we go. I don't know why that's stuck on the back though. Maybe someone else stuck that on because that's got someone doing the Olympics on that back. Well, that's Air Training Corps. Adventure. On the back, you've got some fucking weirdo doing the Olympics on. Right, so I'm going to go and I'll catch you later. 33. 666 negative, while 888 is positive. Yeah, I know that, yeah. And also, like, 8 is good luck for the Chinese, I believe. You know, if they like see something, you know, being religious or whatever, yeah, and it's got the number 8 in it, they go fucking crazy to buy it. You know, they spend thousands. Oh, actually, I also found this one. Morris Cerullo, God's Victorious Army. And then at the bottom it says Covent Partner. And that I found at a different place. So why am I finding things like this, you know, fucking little modules or medallions or, you know, things like that? Weird. Right, so I'm going to go and I'll catch you later, yeah? So, catch you later. Cheers, mate. Good night. I'm going. I'm gone.